Gaming Morning Show.
Things put on pancakes and rhyming bear intros. Austin confused about whose sister married the bros. In the UK, dooley-doo tugs on our heartstrings. Gaming Morning Show is one of our favorite things.
It's Paul.
It's Paul.
Ah, who are we kidding?
Pumpkin spice and fall. Paul.
We all know our favorite thing is the season of Paul. Pumpkin spice latte time! Besides the tasty drinks, the weather is cooler.
We get the most time where it's cooled off, but it's not always rainy. Sometimes it's rainy for part of the day, but then it dries up and it's just a nice, cool, cloudy day. I like that.
There's football on.
Man, did we have a great football weekend. Both of our teams performed to the tippy top of their tippiest top of performance, and boy, football is fun.
That's gotta be enough for all of the hosts of Gaming Morning Show, right? Right?
Okay, so when Club Penguin changed, they changed everything, they got more mainstream, and I wrote them an email. I was like, it would be really nice if you guys could go back to the way things were, because the original Penguins, we really miss it. I speak on behalf of all of the OG Penguins, and we all are really upset. Right, you've changed, man.
You're the Lorax for Club Penguin.
I was. I speak for the Penguins.
Well, penguin begins with a P. So, happy Paul, everyone, from all of us at GMS. Broadcasting live from Redner's Rescued Cat Figurine Museum in Menominee Falls, Wisconsin.
When Sean Redner told his wife, Hillary, that he wanted to turn their Wisconsin home into a museum of cat figurines, she had a predictable response. We're gonna do what?
We'll do that some other time, huh? Okay then. Broadcasting live from the same places they've been since 2020. It's time for Gaming Morning Show.
Morning, gamer. Welcome in Friday, October 7th, 2022. It's a 3-hour show known as Gaming Morning Show. It lasts from 6 in the morning till 9 in the morning Pacific time on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. So, this is probably one of the best 3-hour experiences you can have. Some people, believe it or not, actually will pay money to go to events that last roughly 3 hours. Sometimes they last more. They kind of go over their time and they last a little bit longer than you expected. And believe it or not, nobody scores a touchdown that entire time that you're watching that game. And then you think that the game is going the way that you wanted it to, and then it turns out that you lose by 3 points, and you're gonna have to think about it for the next 14 days. So this show doesn't make you do that. So
The only good part about the game last night is there was a chunk of time where the score was 6-9.
It sure was. And listen, being a sports broadcaster, you always give the leading team first, but I desperately wanted Al Michaels to be like, yeah, Broncos down 6-9. Nice. Oh my gosh, that was a train wreck. Sports regrettably coming up at 7:50 this morning. So
I did get to watch some of the because it's on Amazon Prime. I got to watch some of the feed that has all the advanced stats and stuff like that, and that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. That's pretty neat.
What kind of stats were they showing? How many field goals?
So on the right side, it has it's your conversion decision chart, and it's all right, it's 4th and 8, we should punt. It's 4th and 7, and then there's some middle ground, and then it was all right, it's 4th and 2. Ryan has a sad face. 4th and 1, big sad face. I don't know. It was very specific. There were tears. I don't know why they had that on there.
Okay, I didn't cry, but I wanted to cry. I don't have any tears left to give the Denver Broncos right now.
Yeah, that seemed more like you wanted to grab someone and just shake really hard rather than cry.
It's just pure confusion. So it's just pure confusion. Yeah, I have no clue.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. That's the problem. It just doesn't make sense. Anyway, Sports 750. Let's talk about more fun things like delicious treats. Let's talk about Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News. That's coming up in 15 minutes from now. We will also have birthdays this day in gaming history. We have an audience birthday to celebrate today, but be sure to go through your Rolodex, which is not where you found birthdays even 20 years ago. You didn't have them in your Rolodex. You had phone numbers in your Rolodex. Go through your planner, and maybe you'll find a birthday that we should celebrate. We also have List of the Day and Sports next hour, as I mentioned. Groggy or Die is here. So is Drew Mega. Good morning to you both. Thank you for being here. First, Drew Mega. Appreciate it.
First!
How many OJ Penguins are there? Really? Come on, Austin. That. How many people is Club Penguin still around? Like that's part maybe I don't understand from Austin's Club Penguin rant.
It seemed like it was gone.
Okay.
When we were talking about it last time.
Changed, man. Changed. I mean, listen. Austin's going to be on later today. Austin's raising money for Stream for a Cause. So if you would like to check out Austin's stream, you should because it's highly entertaining. But just the fact that Austin was serving as the Lorax for the OG Penguins is one of my favorite lines that she's ever brought to this morning radio show that plays games. Groggy says, it's kind of Pretzel Day, and I love Pretzel Day. On Pretzel Day, everything is okay. I need a pretzel. Yay! I added the yay because that was a missed opportunity from Groggy. But, well, listen, it's National Chocolate Covered Pretzels Day, so we'll talk about our topic of the day. We're asking you what's the best type of pretzel. Here's some of the other days of the day you should know. It's World College Radio Day. You were not on a college radio station, correct?
Correct.
I'm just curious, given that we've been doing this show for over 2 years now, it seems like you would have been pretty okay at it. Did you ever consider it?
No, not at the time.
Huh.
No, this is all stemmed from. This is your fault.
Would have done this in college, Ryan. I didn't even know you. It's ridiculous. Well, you do a pretty good job, so thank you for being here. I think it would have been good. Why don't you just hop in that time machine of yours and you can go do some college radio? Is that college?
It didn't work. It didn't work. It's only like 5 seconds early. I'm gonna have to push that a lot.
Wow. World Smile Day. I was wondering which route you were going to go. Does that movie come out today? Because it would make sense that it came out today.
I think it's been out.
Oh, okay.
Or at least there were previews, because I saw people reviewing it after we talked about it last week.
Then maybe a missed opportunity.
September 30th it was out. So.
That was just a week ago. They could have put it out on World Smile Day.
Yeah, they could have waited. Hey, look, the local theater has it playing this evening.
How's that make you feel?
What are you doing later?
I'm not going. No. I have to work and wash my hair and play Club Penguin.
We'll go see something else.
Why'd you just wink?
I didn't wink.
It's coming this fall. For the makers of Smile, it's wink. It's National Manufacturing Day, National Body Language Day, National Frappe Day, National Inner Beauty Day, National LED Light Day, and National Trigeminal Neuralgia Awareness Day.
That wasn't bad. Trigeminal neuralgia.
That's what I said. Neuralgia.
You weren't that far off.
Is a burglar. In the
You had all the right sounds. It was just stretched out in a weird way. That was all.
National Trigeminal Neutrogena Awareness Day. Yeah. We got a Utah man searching for a author for a message in a bottle. We'll tell you about that story coming up later this hour. Next hour, the King Gray Cow special. It's the morning commute interrupted by cow on railroad tracks. So we'll have that story coming up for you as well. All right, chocolate covered pretzels. Big fan. Remember when Nestle came out with those flips things? And it's probably like the least good for you, probably worst version of a chocolate covered pretzel you can buy because mass produced or whatever. And those things are amazing. They have a dark chocolate one, they have a white chocolate one, milk chocolate. So if those are good, for me, like almost every other chocolate covered pretzel is pretty top notch. I would also, believe it or not, go into the world of fondue. That's right.
Fondue is a river of dip, always on the move. Hashtag dips don't drip.
To eat like a soft pretzel with like chocolate sauce. I would do that. A little bit of salt in there. That would be top notch.
Yeah. That does sound pretty tasty.
Is this like a snack that you see? Because like I said, at gas station, like this is probably a top 4 for me. Like common purchases at the gas station, it's going to be chocolate covered pretzels.
Mm-hmm. They're pretty tasty, and yeah, they're good to snack on. I like the grocery store has. I feel like every grocery store has these too. They're like just bags of chocolate covered pretzels, and they come in like different flavors, but they don't have like a brand. It's just like some guy is putting pretzels in bags and putting labels on them and putting them in the grocery stores. You've seen those too, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not losing my mind.
No. Well, and sometimes
like, where do those come from?
Sometimes they'll be in like the plastic containers too, where it's just like chocolate covered pretzels, $7.43. You're like, I mean, they're sealed, so I'm sure they're safe.
Yeah, I haven't gotten poisoned from them, so
yet. Haven't gotten poisoned yet. So I know what you're talking about. Yeah, we should see if we can ever catch the person who's putting those in there. I will tell you that the other thing that I wanted to ask, because we asked you the question, what's the best type of pretzel? Maybe you don't like chocolate covered pretzels. Maybe you like pretzel buns or something, which, by the way, are also very delicious. But I was thinking, what's your favorite Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory-esque snack? Because you know, like you go to the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory, like, I'd never buy any of this kind of candy anywhere else except this place.
Yep.
It's a very unique experience.
It's a special place.
So, yeah, I would be interested in it. I will tell you, just on a side note, that yesterday I was supplied zucchini bread that had chocolate in it. And while that's not even close to a chocolate-covered pretzel, while trying to eat my sorrows from the football game, it came in very handy.
Good. And there's lots more. We made lots of zucchini bread.
Well, it's good news. We only got 12 games left, so I'm honestly telling you that you can tell this is how much I enjoy this stupid sport. Is I've endured what we've gone through for the first 5 games of this year, and I'm still absolutely hooked. Seriously.
Yeah.
The Broncos aren't great. Until last night, they weren't super awful either. They've been very much underachieving, but they're not just trash. They're just confusing, and it doesn't make any sense why they suck. But here we are, like a quarter of the way through the season. I'm already getting sad that it's almost over.
Yeah, I don't like it when football goes away. It should just not go away.
So I'll just cry in my zucchini bread.
I know it makes 0 sense, but they should stagger the NFL season and the college football season so there's just football all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
that'd be fun.
And that's why, like, I genuinely hope. I think the XFL still exists, and there was the other one, or was that also the XFL? Okay, this kind of... Oh, the USFL came back last year. And so this is part of the reason that I do want it to be successful, is while, yes, it is not the same, and I think that's partially just because, you know, we have the choices that we have for football, and so it's like, I've already hooked my claws into this sport. I do hope one of those is successful to the point where it becomes an enjoyable watch, you know, on the spring weekends.
That would be fun. For a while, my wife and I got really into Super Rugby. And that season, not perfectly, but fairly well, kind of fills in the gap between football off seasons. And so that was fun, being able to go from football to watching rugby. But it's hard to be a rugby fan here where all of the games are on at like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. It's even harder than Formula One.
Yeah, at least Formula One kind of segues into a different part of the day, like the morning U.S. time. But yeah, 2 a.m.'s kind of tough, because that's that in-between. We have one of those Formula One races every year too, right? Where it's like, do we go to bed or do we just stay up?
Right.
And either way, something just, has to give. It's never a perfect situation.
A warm welcome to official GMS cartographer and diagramographer. I am JF Downs.
Good morning to you, Downs. Go Birds 4-0. Enjoy your success. No, I'm actually not upset with the Birds. No, it's just super confusing. Because, everything that happened the last couple years, we definitely felt exactly how it was marketed, where it's like, we're quarterback away, and this coach just isn't it. Okay? And so we changed both of those things, and either it's the coach or it's the quarterback. And I felt very strongly that it can't be the quarterback until last night. And I'm just like, nah. I mean, especially at the very end, missed a wide open receiver.
Man,
didn't even look that way.
That game was so winnable in the last couple plays.
Great. Wow. Uh-oh. No.
Uh-oh.
Down says XFL should go crazy with the rules, like add obstacles and trampolines. That would be so much fun. Honestly, Downs, like, maybe not trampolines. Maybe trampolines. But, like, flag football is becoming a lot more mainstream in terms of, like, resource support, where the NFL is pouring a good amount of its, capital, its money into the sport of flag football. And a lot more kids are encouraged to play that earlier on as opposed to contact football. And as we've talked about on the show, at least from my standpoint, like, if the NFL ever became a flag football league, like, it would not break my heart. It would be different, but I don't need the hitting in order to be a football fan. I wouldn't mind if they found a way to open up, like, an NFL flag league that ran, mid-March till mid-June. That'd be pretty fun.
That could be a lot of fun.
But
I'd watch it.
Then you could have, again, I don't think you need to make trampolines part of the canon, if you will, but, you could have, like, special events or something like that. So not a bad idea, Downs, honestly. Good morning to the Element of One. It's good to see you this morning.
Nice chat.
With the Rock at the helm of the XFL, says Drew Mega. There's no way there will be any gimmicks to promote it. It's going to be serious football. Yeah, I've never known the Rock to be a highly skilled promoter. I think there is some relationship between the Rock, XFL, and the NFL. Not a formal one, but there's or maybe the USFL. Maybe that's the one that was getting the, like, we'll definitely, find ways that we can help you out, is basically what it seems like. Not to become a true farm system, but some sort of connection. So, which could help. So
could help. Yeah, hopefully something's successful enough to stick around for a while, and we can watch it.
Well, and the best thing that happened for you and me specifically was you got me into Formula One, and then we started watching more hockey together, and that carries into football season directly with Formula One, and then hockey helps kind of bridge the gap, especially when your team makes the playoffs. Because we were still worried about hockey outcomes into May, so
yeah, that does help a lot, and that's been fun.
Down says, I heard Slam Ball was getting a comeback. Wasn't Slam Ball trampolines?
I think so.
But seriously, I think it was like, wasn't it like trampolines and basketball, right?
Yeah, I'd watch that. I'd probably watch that over regular basketball.
The hardest part is not tuning into one of those things because you have the time and going, well, yeah, I'll give this a watch for a little bit. It's reserving the time to make it part of, like, your routine. Like, Sundays in the fall, I'm unavailable. And so that's a big deal to me. Whereas it's like, well, I can't also do that for this and this and this and this. Like, trust me, I'd watch all 82 Flames games a year if it was up to me. But, I decided to, for sickness and in health, and, actually give and take, as opposed to just full on take. So I think it's a better strategy for the long term.
Probably.
Sean, thank you for being here. You're cheering me up already. It's 6:26 West Coast time. It's 9:26 on the East Coast. It's 2:26 for those watching GMS in the UK. Doodle-doo. Slam Ball is fun to watch, Omega. Apparently, it is making a comeback next summer. A mix of basketball trampoline with hockey rules.
Nice.
Huh. Okay. Well, maybe we'll have some Slam Ball watch parties, huh?
We'll give it a shot. I think we're more likely to make that happen than movies.
Probably.
Yes.
Okay, Bob's on board. All right, let's get the news, the video game headlines of the day that you need to know. We do this you need to know. We do this every single show in the 6 o'clock hour. Let us know your favorite kind of pretzels. Groggy had mentioned becoming a pretzel and then becoming the best pretzel. I guess that's a strategy you could try. It's National Chocolate Covered Pretzel Day. We'll give you more information about that in a little bit. Like I said, though, it's news time. Once again, here's hashtag video game expert Sean.
Good morning. It is Friday, October 7th, 2022, and this is your gaming morning show, Morning Gaming News. Steam Deck has been out for a while, and many people have been wanting a Steam Deck, but it's hard to get. And you had to. It was a situation where you had to wait, and then reserve, and then wait, and then it ships, and then you get it, and then it's broken, and then you send it back, and then you wait again, and eventually you get a Steam Deck. Well, the wait's getting a little bit better. You don't have to wait to order a Steam Deck anymore. If you're in the market for a Steam Deck, you don't need to chase after one of those pre-order situations. They're just being shipped right after you purchase them now. So no waiting, no queues, no $5 reservation fees. You go on the store, you go, I want a Steam Deck, and then they send you a Steam Deck. It's good news.
It's a very simplified process.
It's a simplified process.
Okay.
I don't know exactly how long the shipping time is on average because this is something new, but it's at least more streamlined than it used to be. Steam Deck accessories, in particular, the docking station, is also going to be easier to order. Valve announced, quote, lots and lots of software updates for Steam OS, which it says will dramatically improve the docking experience. The keyboard's also getting an update, as is offline mode. So some improvements for Steam Deck in the works, but I think the most important one is it'll be easier to get a hold of one. So if you were kind of waiting for this moment for the Steam Deck, it is here, and have at it.
Are you considering one?
Very, very lightly. I don't think I'm willing to pay for one at this point. It's one of those situations that if I had one, I'd probably use it, but I don't think I'd use it enough to justify its price tag right now. Because the rare times I do want to focus on handheld gaming, that's what my Switch is for, and I haven't played my Switch enough to exhaust all of my options there, and exhaust all of what I want to play on the Switch. So at this point, I'm just kind of waiting, but it does interest me. I think it would be nice to have at some point.
Yeah, it's almost like you're waiting for like a proof of concept for yourself. It's like,
yeah,
will I use this enough? Not, is it a good idea?
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see. And the next news story, we're going back to Horizon Forbidden West, which came out a long time ago. But now we're going to get more Horizon Forbidden West in the form of a physical release of the soundtrack, which is cool. This is from Robert Anderson of IGN. Pre-orders are live now. If you enjoyed the game, in particular the game's soundtrack, the original soundtrack is getting a collective vinyl release early next year. Pre-orders live now on Amazon. That was a very oddly worded sentence. It broke my brain there for a second.
Early-ish next year, you'll see it. Early-ish, it makes sense.
Early-ish. The Deluxe Comprehensive Collection includes over 130 tracks and is going to be available from March 24th, 2023, and it'll cost $170 if you pre-order on Amazon. There's also some other gear available to pre-order that you can get included with the pack, like a t-shirt and stuff like that, which makes the price go up a little bit. It's a pretty nice looking vinyl collection. It has some good artwork, and the discs are pretty well done. They look worn You know, like some of the artifacts you find in Forbidden West, where they're artifacts from our time that have survived into Aloy's time, and so they're all kind of broken and worn, and the discs look like that. So they did a good job. You can also pre-order the CD if you'd rather go that route. I think the price is $40 for the CD, but they're really pushing the vinyl, so it's hard to say for sure.
What about cassette? Can I get it on cassette or Laserdisc?
You can get it on 8-track.
Nice.
Hello, News Kitty. Are you going to tell the next story?
Arturo's a news kitty when he's in the news segment. Otherwise, he doesn't tell you anything.
Oh. Arturo wants you to know that Dead Space is coming soon. And Ryan Leston of IGN tells us that Dead Space, the remake, is not coming to the PlayStation 4. And this is important information because one of the trailers accidentally said it's coming to the PlayStation 4.
No.
But it is not. It is a next-gen remake. It will be available on the PlayStation 5. One of the trailers, they accidentally put the graphic up for PlayStation 4, and people from Sony went on quote and said a PlayStation trailer listing the suggested EA Motive's upcoming Dead Space remake will launch on PlayStation 4 as well as PlayStation 5 is a mistake. It is only going to be on next-gen consoles. It'll also be on the Xbox Series X/S and not the Xbox One, although no trailer said it's on Xbox One. But just to be absolutely, gotta buy a new console.
I just like the Sony folks probably making a call and being like, we couldn't help but notice that you're making a game for us, so thanks. We weren't ready for that.
Well, I can't believe it's on the Xbox Series X, the PlayStation 5, and the PlayStation 4. Sony gets the previous gen exclusive. It's amazing.
Downs goes, can I play it on my N64? Absolutely. We're guaranteeing it.
Yeah, if you can get the disc in the cartridge slot, it'll probably work.
Probably.
And then we'll check that out more in January 27th, I believe, is the launch date for Dead Space Remake, and that is a pretty good game for our list of possible games for GMS Fudge coming soon.
Yeah, I think I'm even kind of intrigued because I wouldn't play it by myself, but I kind of like the idea of space for some reason. So.
Yeah, it's a cool looking game. I never played the original because it came out during a period where I was way too busy to play video games. I was in school and whatnot. So I'm excited to experience it the first time, and it looks fantastic. So we'll scare the poop out of Ryan.
I'm going to regret saying that, aren't I?
Yeah, probably. But it'll be our first non-Resident Evil game, probably.
Yay!
That'll be a nice change. And always last but never least, we finish off today's Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News, with the world-renowned segment within a segment where we take a look at what is out today. Hey, look at this. We have a list of games out today. This is fantastic. It's been a few days. We have Chaos, Head Noah, out on Switch and PC. Nickelodeon Kart Racers 3 Slime Speedway, out on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X/S, and PC. No Man's Sky has made its way to Switch, and Superpower 3 is out on PC. And for the most prestigious award in video game focused morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment within a segment, today's name of the morning goes to Chef Life, a restaurant simulator, out on the PlayStations, the Xboxes, Switch, and PC.
The thumbnail for this actually has featuring the Michelin Guide. Like, it's legitimately a simulator. Holy cow. Nice.
Nice. Can you get your first Michelin star?
Is that how they work? Are they like accrued?
Accrued? Yeah. It's basically like there's a whole story behind the Michelin's Guide, and in fact, there's a good food theory episode on it. And it's basically, it started as like a travel guide reviewing restaurants, and the ones that had particular expertise and wanted to like make them stand out above the others, got a star in the guide. And so now if you're a restaurant and you get reviewed and you are amazing, you get a Michelin star.
You get a Michelin star.
There's also some controversy. I'll post the video.
Oh no, controversy. Good controversy. Well, congratulations to Chef Life, a restaurant simulator. It is out today, and you can possibly check it out yourself, but you can also wait to see if it becomes our name of the month. We'll let you know at the end of October. We have closed the entries for the name of the month giveaway for September for our Patreon subscribers, of which nearly 30 of you are. We will be giving it away, though, as part of a Fulfillment Appreciation GMS giveaway at the end of the year, probably closer to January. We had the September name of the month, which was whatever, land. And so, which honestly, I was watching some of the gameplay for this. It seems like you and I might kind of have fun just poking around in it for a while. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. We should check it out.
And I found out that there's a radio person, like a radio character, like a DJ.
So you want to be a radio?
All right, but congratulations again to Chef Life, a restaurant simulator. It is out today, and it is our GMS name of the morning. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you.
6:37 on this morning radio show that plays games. Shortly, we'll tell you about this Utah man that's searching for the authors of A Message in a Bottle. Down says, so you want to be Gordon Ramsay? Maybe. Drew Mega talked about the Steam Deck. I thought about one, but recently built a gaming PC. I think I'd wait until the price goes down, or if when a version 2 comes out.
Yeah, and I think that's where I'm at too. Is I have a PC that I can play any Steam game already, and I'm just as likely to find time to sit down at the computer and play a game on Steam as I am to pull it out and play it in handheld mode. Again, because I have the Switch, so I don't know. I'd rather save my money for upgrades to the PC, or I'm really interested in getting a PlayStation VR 2 when that comes out. And see if it'll renew my interest in VR games. So, sorry, Steam Deck.
Does the Steam Deck dock and allow you to play it on a TV?
It does, but the dock is separate. It's another $80, I think, for the dock.
See, I would maybe consider doing it that way, especially because I don't really do PC gaming well, but I also only play like 2 games. So it just, I'm not their target demo because I'm not exploring the Steam library, you know?
Yeah.
So, all right, let's say hello to our friend. I hope this person likes football because, you know, football's fun, right? My soul is broken.
Sometimes.
Just show me Bear. I can't even rhyme anymore. It's dead inside. We're 2-3. Although, you want to draw some parallels. The Denver Broncos signed Peyton Manning as a free agent in 2012. I didn't like Peyton Manning. I still probably don't love Peyton Manning, but Broncos signed him, and he was better than Tim Tebow at playing football. Although, again, Tim was a wild roller coaster ride that I'd actually probably rather be on right now than the one that we're currently on. Nonetheless, first season of Peyton Manning, Broncos go 2-3, including some weird losses that were in there. Okay. The next game that they played, they trailed the then San Diego Chargers 24-0 on the road on a Monday night. Your Denver Broncos are currently 2-3, and again, a very baffling way. Their next game, Monday night, a week from this upcoming Monday, at the Los Angeles Chargers.
Interesting.
Broncos went on to win 11 straight that year. So I, Hefty Goof, guarantee that I will watch every single one of the remaining Broncos games.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. You know, I was thinking about your football woes. USC once had football woes when they had a Hackett at the helm. This is turning into a poem. It didn't need to be a poem. And then they fired their Hackett head coach and hired Pete Carroll and went on a bit of a streak. Well, now you have a Hackett head coach. Does Pete Carroll have a son?
Okay. I actually thought you were like, Pete Carroll leaves the Seahawks, reunites with Russell Wilson.
No, that's not the answer. But does he have a son? Because the parallels would be pretty amazing.
This is turning into a poem, but I didn't mean it to be a poem. Good morning to Sis. Good morning to King Gray. Thank you for being here for this morning radio show that plays games.
Nice chat.
We do have a King Gray cow story coming up next hour about a morning commute that went off the rails. But right now,
You can news if you wanna.
here's the story we are tracking at this hour on this morning radio show that plays games, and it entails a Utah man searching for a message in a bottle. Was Sting actually British? Did that? Why?
I don't think it was that kind of British.
Oh, you know what it is? I tried to do the water bottle thing. It's gonna turn out Sting's from like New Orleans, Louisiana, or something, like Boston, Massachusetts. Message in a bottle. Anyway, this Utah man, says Ben Hooper of UPI, was able to find a message in a bottle while vacationing in the Caribbean and is now trying to track down the note's elusive author. The message in a bottle was found. This particular person is apparently an aficionado at finding these messages, has found more than 100 while searching various bodies of water, and said this message in the bottle was found February in the Caribbean. It says, quote, "The finder of this message will be visited by good luck." The person told KGW-TV, "It's just signed from Becky in Washington, D.C. and Jim in Portland, Oregon." The person who operates the Message in a Bottle Hunter blog said the message included an email address, but he never received a response from the account. He is now attempting to find Becky and Jim via social media. Quote, "The message was sent from a boat off Jacksonville, Florida in 2018. Do you know Becky from Washington, D.C. or Jim from Portland, Oregon? I want to let them know about the good luck I've had since opening the bottle."
Well, Message in a Bottle Hunter blog. Interesting.
Kind of sounds like fun.
That does sound like fun.
I just like how this is. I'm originally from Montana, Chad. And when I first moved out to the West Coast, I'd get, "Oh, you're from Montana? Do you know so-and-so?" And I realized many people get that in actually cities that are bigger than the whole state of Montana. The difference is the state of Montana is gigantic. And so there's parts of Montana I've never even visited. Right? And so I always like that one. So this is like, "Hey, do you happen to know Becky from Washington, D.C.?" Maybe they'll find out.
Nope. I do know a Jim who has worked in Portland, Oregon. Maybe it's him.
I will say this, though, on the behalf of the Message Bottle Hunter. If you're going to put a message in a bottle that almost has like a legitimate call to action, check the email address. It's kind of rude.
Right? Right?
Jeez Louise. All right, there you go. There's your what we're tracking at this hour on Gaming Morning Show. Drew Mega says, "Authors of the Caribbean? Disney? Pirates of the Caribbean movies, as disinterested as I became by the like 7th one or however many there are, had a banger theme song."
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Music's top notch.
I wonder if Johnny Depp like knew that Captain Jack Sparrow was going to be like a crazy awesome character. Because didn't Johnny Depp have kind of that run with some odder characters? Like, wasn't he Willy Wonka before Pirates of the Caribbean and like the Mad Hatter? And neither of those were super well received, like commercially.
Yeah. I wonder if he thought it was just going to be another kooky character in a movie that didn't do well.
Because the premise is kind of in similar, fashion. You have Willy Wonka based on a book. You have Alice in Wonderland based on a book, and then you have Pirates of the Caribbean, which is based on a existing theme park ride, right? But there was no character, I guess, in the theme park ride, like the way that Sparrow was made. So I don't know, just a thought. I wonder. I'm sure there's probably been plenty of interviews around this, but
yeah, that'd be interesting. Why do I have such bad lag? Did you give me your latency issue?
No, but reset your router. It'll save you a couple weeks of frustration. Did you see who's playing with us, though?
Which one?
The person who just
I am
scored.
Bob
Bob.
says, pretty okay.
Bob's
Or
already doing.
our enemy, Jiggly Jack.
No, Bob's already in Halloween mode. He's Bob Goblin. It's the Halloween spooky season, and Bob already got dressed up. Hi, Bob Goblin. Drew Mega said Depp did Pirates before Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Okay, well then, then that's it. Well, I guess I was gonna say that's an interesting stopover in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory world, while everything was going well with Pirates. But I think Johnny just likes to play some interesting characters.
Yeah.
Or maybe Sparrow made him feel that way. Look at that. We look like we choreographed that. Right,
Yeah, I couldn't get a shot on it, so I just tried to get in the way.
You two veer left, and then I'll kick it through. Look at that. It does look choreographed.
That's great.
Look like the Blue Angels of Rocket League.
We're the Orange Angels.
What was the issue with your leg? Just had to. Yes, Downs. Downs. I said I just have to reset my router. Yeah, that's what fixed it, and I'm so disappointed in myself that I didn't try that. But we've talked about this in the sense that that didn't make any sense. It was only affecting the PlayStation, so why would I try to reset the whole thing? But honestly, this is probably why tech support folks make you turn it off and turn it back on. So. Hofbrew says, you may have already spoken on this, but did y'all feel the earthquake? Good morning,
I did
Hofbrew.
not. I did not.
Oh, Hofbrew, here's a question. Did that happen right about 6 a.m. Pacific time? Because I sat down to do the show, and the garage door was shaking like something fierce, like the wind was going nuts. Which it does, and I assumed it was just that, but now that I think about it, I haven't heard the garage door move again. So what time was it at? Drew Mega says his acting range for me is pretty great. Many memorable movies and roles. See, now this is the downside to getting a character the likes of Sparrow, is I almost have Johnny Depp be synonymous with Sparrow to the point where I don't even know if I remember any of his other Mad Hatter style characters.
Yeah, I remember him. What was that? Like Finding Neverland or something? That was a fairly serious role. Like that one sticks out in my mind for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, we could play a filmography game or something around this, because I'm probably pretty unfamiliar with it. Drew Mega says Black Mass was an absolute gem of a movie.
I don't think I ever saw that one.
Oh, nice move. At the end of the day, there's only one actor that I've really ever fully invested in.
Is that Keonstopher Reefkin?
And who can forget Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? I've at least heard of that movie. I've never heard of Black Mass.
Mm-mm.
Uh-oh. All right, we got birthdays this day in gaming history coming up after this, list of the day, and sports next hour, along with our cow story. How's that not a save? I pulled a hamstring like it was a save. Yeah, 5:52 a.m. Pacific time. That's exactly when my garage was shaking. So yeah, apparently I did feel the earthquake.
Interesting. I did not. Of course, I was in the process of getting upstairs at the time. So.
Did you accidentally misstep and have to take kind of a balancing half step, because maybe that was the earthquake?
Are you saying I caused the earthquake?
No, but did you?
No, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. So.
Yeah, that's interesting. I did find it kind of surprising, but again, it's not out of the ordinary. The garage door does shake when the wind is going on, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm also not very sensitive to earthquakes because I grew up in an area where we had like big earthquakes all the time.
Oh, my favorite earthquake story is when we were in Montana, and the wind always blows so hard in my hometown, and it's very frustrating because I can't stand the wind, and the whole house that I grew up in is shaking, and my wife's like, I think that's an earthquake. I'm like, no, it's just the wind. Go back to sleep. And we get up, and it turns out there was like a 6-something magnitude earthquake in central Montana about 3 hours from where I live. So the whole trailer house swaying back and forth was not just the wind. So, 6:52 West Coast time, 9:52 out east. It's 2:52 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Thank you for being here. Friday edition of the show. Thanks for the update, Hofbrew. Appreciate that. We're asking you, it's National Chocolate Covered Pretzel Day. What's the best type of pretzel? Yeah, it looks like a 4.2 magnitude earthquake that was just east of Albany and Corvallis, kind of in the central part of the state. So, interesting. Donnie Brasco is one of my faves all time. See, I've heard of that movie too, but I don't know anything about that. You know, even like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas always reminds me of the Matthew McConaughey movie that he's like super famous for with the all right that I've never seen as well. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I thought those were the same movie. Was Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, was that a Nicolas Cage movie too?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
I think so.
This is an interesting rabbit hole we could go down. So.
Yeah, it sounds like we have a lot of movies to watch. Could you imagine?
Good thing we made a GMS watch party just for moments like this.
Fantastic Four, B-Movie, Legends of the Hidden Temple, every MCU movie, Hackers, Pride and Prejudice, and Zombies, Frozen 2, Christmas Comes to the Packland.
So if we added just these couple movies that we haven't talked about yet.
Independence Day, Knives Out, Ants in a Bug's Life, but at the same time, AI, Artificial Intelligence, iRobot, Goldeneye, Weekend at Bernie's, South of Heaven, Down and Dirty, A Love Story.
Okay, even with that additional list, if we were just to add some of the Johnny Depp movies to it.
Face Off, Rocky Horror Picture Show, Twilight, Jurassic Park, Robin Hood Men in Tights, the entire Sharknado series, Small Wonder, Mean Girl, Sister Act, Jurassic Park Again, Hunt for the Wilder People, Throw Mama from the Train.
Did I catch a Jurassic Park Again?
Yeah.
Is that what we're referring to the Lost World as, or are we going to watch it twice before we move on to other movies?
I think we have to watch it twice.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think that's the best use of our time.
I don't think so either.
We can have a meeting. It's 6:54. Thank you for being here. We have to get into birthdays this day in gaming history. If you have a birthday to celebrate, by all means, please let us know because we would like to celebrate with you. All right. Birthdays today. I reached for this card, and we don't need it. This is not necessary for this segment. It's appropriate for this segment, but we didn't need it. I just happened to reach for this card out of habit. I've never reached for that card. That was weird. We have more of your pretzel comments to get to in just a moment. Today, from the audience, former guest of GMS After Dark, when Look It's My Go was hosting that particular show, Dandy Daydreamer has a birthday today. I don't know if Dandy is doing shows or anything on streaming platforms, but Dandy Daydreamer is still active on Twitter. We haven't seen Dandy in the chat for a while, but certainly still part of our audience. So to you, Dandy Daydreamer, I hope that you have a tremendous birthday on the 7th day of October. It's your birthday song. It isn't very long. Doop, doop. As far as celebrity birthdays go today, rocker John Cougar Mellencamp turns 71 today.
Fun fact, he has been a musical guest on Saturday Night Live 3 times.
John sounds a lot like Bruce Springsteen sometimes.
Yeah.
Are they maybe the same person?
I think they're different enough, but I think they definitely morph into each other occasionally.
Is John Mellencamp the Green Ranger and Bruce? You know, I was scanning the Twitter the other day. Apparently, there's an episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers where it's all Red Rangers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they brought back a lot of the original Red Ranger actors. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is a that could take a couple years in and of itself. Was Johnny Depp one of the Rangers?
If only.
Am I saying this right? Cellis Yo-Yo Ma turns 67,
Yeah, you nailed it.
but it doesn't end in a T. Because this looks like
I would have spelled it with the T.
Cellis.
I think that's just a typo. Yeah, it's supposed to be cellist. I think it's just a typo.
Anyway, Yo-Yo Ma is 67 today.
Oh no.
67? 67!
Fun fact, Yo-Yo Ma once performed at USC, and Sean saw him in concert.
That's what you chose for your fun fact.
It's true. It was really fun. Like, I enjoy classical concerts anyway, but he made it really fun and entertaining. He just has such a good personality when he's performing. That it was a fantastic experience.
He's also been part of NPR's Tiny Desk concert series before. I
I did not go to that. I wasn't invited.
I've heard the Tiny Desk concerts are really good. I've never actually listened to them, but I've heard they're
Yeah,
good.
they're worth checking out. You can go down a pretty cool rabbit hole on YouTube.
Singer Michael, it says specifically Christian singer Michael W. Smith turns 65 today.
Michael has been nominated for 14 Grammys and has 3 wins.
How many nominations? How many wins? Grammys edition. Hit the music.
I want this one. This one's just a guess. Because I've definitely heard of Michael W. Smith prior to this moment in time. I'm going to go, I don't know, 14 nominations. And
That's a lot.
I know, but, you know, apparently is in a specific niche of singing. I'm sure there's a category for Christian singers, perhaps, or
Sure.
something like that. Let's go, I don't know, 3 wins for Michael W. Smith.
Wow. That's so specific. You're right.
Like, exactly?
Like, you nailed it. I can't believe it.
I'm so shocked.
Correct.
It's like I knew it was going to happen. Recording exec Simon Cowell turned 63 today.
He once appeared as a guest judge on Canada's Got Talent.
Okay, but whatever. Singer Toni Braxton turns 55 today.
Fun fact and spoiler for those watching Masked Singer but are not caught up. I don't know what season this was. She appeared on The Masked Singer as the pufferfish.
Okay, hopefully not this season. I haven't even started this season.
I don't think we'll ever watch it again. We fell far enough behind that we'll never catch up.
You're still trying to find out all of the prior seasons Masked Singers? Someone comes up to you, talks to you about the current season, you're like, yeah, T-Pain as the monster, am I right?
Yeah, at this point you can spoil anything from this season because it'll be so long before we watch it that I'll forget all about it.
Spoiler tease.
Fair enough. There you go. There's some of your birthdays. But wait, been a while.
We've got a drummer birthday.
And just like Out Today came back with a vengeance, so did drummer birthdays. We have 2 drummer birthdays, and they're fantastic. We have Kevin Godley of 10cc, who is 77, but we also have Tico Torres of Bon Jovi, who is 69.
Nice. Living on a prayer.
Nice.
Well done, drummers.
Sitting on a chair. Because that's what drummers do. They sit on chairs and then they drum. Name one standing drummer. I dare you.
Eating a pear.
Eating a pear. Singer Taylor Hicks, formerly of American Idol, is 46 today. And Thom Yorke of Radiohead, probably Tom, 54 today.
Nice.
Nicole Ari Parker is an actor who was in Murder in the First, as well as Soul Food, 52. What if Nicole Ari Parker and Angela Lansbury starred in a murder-themed show together?
Murder in the First, She Wrote?
No, Murder, She Wrote in the First. It's a first-person perspective of murder. Today in gaming history, 2003. Oh, what a day it was. Nokia releases the N-Gage handheld video game system worldwide. Chat, if any of you ever find an N-Gage, it doesn't have to work. I just want to have one. If you find the plastic demo that we used to have when I worked in wireless phone land, I would take one of those as well. But N-Gage launched 2003, had a 104 megahertz ARM processor, 64 megabytes RAM, 176 by 208 pixel, 4096 color display, games console, cell phone, wireless Bluetooth connectivity, USB export, USB port, X, HTML, web browser, MP3 audio player, email support, stereo FM radio, and instant messaging.
It's pretty good.
Games are available on multimedia cards. The price was $300, but it was a cell phone. Just keep that in mind. It was a very small screen. I'm playing video games. Are you? Yes.
Are you enjoying it? Not at all.
Just a second. Call's coming in. 2003, Eidos perhaps, released Backyard Wrestling. Don't try this at home for a variety of machines. It's a good name. Yeah. That would have definitely been name of the morning.
Yeah, absolutely.
2003 as well, Gotham releases Conflict Desert Storm 2, Back to Baghdad. 2005, California Governor, I did it anyway. Didn't mean to, but I did it anyway. Arnold Schwarzenegger signs the Law Assembly Bill 1179. The violent video game bill prohibits the sale of violent video games to those under 18. That was 2005. 2008, LucasArts put out Fracture for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 2. The next year, Atlas released Demon's Souls for PlayStation 3. Is it really Demon's Souls?
Yeah, it is.
Wow, this whole time I thought it was Demon's Souls.
That's how most people say it. Okay. But it is Demons.
Right. Well, there you go. That's your This Day in Gaming History for October 7th. Thank you for being here. It is October 7th, 2022. A reminder, if you want to take us with you, maybe in your headphones, you don't want to necessarily have to see our faces, you can now on Twitter Spaces. You can follow us on Twitter at WatchGMS. It is hopefully a good listening experience. You can go in there, hang out, and you can also share it on Twitter if you would like to as well. There's some other options. If you subscribe to YouTube Premium, you can listen to us on YouTube when you minimize, or you can go to Twitch audio only mode, but we try to make it available as well, so you can catch up on all your Twitter feed while listening to Gaming Morning Show on Twitter Spaces at Watch GMS. All right, next hour, 10 foods that are better covered in chocolate and 10 that are worse. That is a great list find from you. Mm-hmm. Nice work.
I'm excited for this one.
All right, we have that.
So there's 20 in all, so we might have to do five that are better and 5 that are worse, but it'll be good.
But we promise we'll share the whole list. And that's coming up next hour. And sports. There's actually a very interesting tweet that's related to booing, so we'll get to that in a little bit as well. Thank you for being here, Hefty and Sean, on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter Spaces, and at GamingMorningShow.tv.
I can't wait till you're here.
Brenna goes, Super, yes, carry me. And says it's not. It's PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Damn it.
Oh, bummer.
Like Zoinks, it's not on the Switch, Scoob. See, the problem with my attempt at trying to do Shaggy, and I'm going to keep trying to get better at it, is I can't take a breath.
Right.
So I have to say that line, like Zoinks, and then I have to keep going or else I lose whatever pitch that is.
Or it gets higher. That's the other thing you do with that one. It just gets higher and higher.
True. Super's a Jake main. Who's Jake? From State Farm?
State Farm.
Like a good video game, Multiversus is there. Miller High Life has an ice cream that tastes like a dive bar. We'll have news of a gangster drama starring Robert De Niro coming up next hour. Right now, we got to say hi to Bear Bear because Bear Bear's been outside, was really lonely while we were on vacation. Bear Bear didn't know what to do. Bear Bear without Sean was indeed so blue. But Bear Bear's happy that Sean is back. So, Bear, reveal not your front, but your back. Did I rhyme back with back?
You did.
And I did it so badly, too. Rack.
You could have said something about how he looks like a snack.
Yeah. Bear, are you wearing a sack? Like a potato sack. I also called you Sean.
You did call me Sean.
Okay, I know that retro is also very popular, right? Like going back to old logos and things, very in vogue. But even these look like they're closer to cigarette packaging than they are nostalgic beer bottle packaging.
It looks so sticky.
It's not okay.
So sticky.
Not okay. Down says loads of people complain about vanilla. That is true. I'm one of them. Downs. I don't think vanilla is worthwhile.
Vanilla, a waste of calories.
Bob agrees with me.
Vanilla is great, and Hefty is wrong about vanilla.
Never mind. Bob does not agree with me. Hey, it's 6:49 West Coast time. It's 9:49 for those watching on the East Coast and 2:49 for those checking us out in the afternoon. Thank you for being here, Sean and Hefty. It is Monday, August 22nd. Next hour, we'll give you a list of facts about Zelda that maybe you don't know. We'll also have sports next hour.
Sports.
Down says, I am good at streaking too. Okay. I think that's a different type of streak. Maybe. I mean, we already have enough streakers on this show.
Where's your shirt, Bear?
So. Although Sean swears that Bear's wearing lower half clothes.
Yeah, he wears pants. He's like inverse Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, bother. In 11 innings, Toronto Honey Badgers beat the Cubs 5-4. The Minnesota I Can't Remembers over Boston 4-2. Austin Attacks New York Yankees lost to your Los Angeles Angels 4-3.
Man, what a winning streak.
Is it 2?
No, I think it's like 4.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Who are these Angels?
We're coming back from 20-something games back. Let's see. Yeah, 4-game winning streak, and we're only 26 games back. We still got a chance.
Is that Joseph Gordon-Levitt in the outfield? The angel wings look really weird when I have to be so narrow to keep them in frame. It looks like I'm doing more Wayne's World, like.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, List of the Day, and Sports. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningShow.tv. And go to our website, GamingMorningshow.tv. Join our Discord and become a Patreon. Go to our website, GamingMorningshow.tv. And follow us on Twitter. And go to our website, GamingMorningshow.tv. All ahead on Gaming Morning Show. Time for hour number 2. Right now.
Morning, gamer. Welcome back. Gaming Morning Show continues. Thanks for being here wherever you may be. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter Spaces, and GamingMorningshow.tv, which you may have heard. It's our website. It's GamingMorningshow.tv.
And you better go there.
Or else. On World Smile Day. From the makers of Smile comes Sneer.
And
I still like the idea of us making Smirk, to be honest.
Yeah, I like that too.
You all were chatting it up. Don't have a lot I can catch up on necessarily. Some people on National Chocolate Pretzel Day are sharing their favorite ways to have a pretzel. That includes, as Hofbrew saying, soft pretzel, no salt with beer cheese. Drew Mega says, I'm always down for a large ballpark pretzel with cheese dip, which is pretty okay. Yeah.
One of those
Also, Kayla,
one of those mall pretzel places has pretzels wrapped around like tiny hot dogs. Those are pretty tasty too.
Yeah,
I could eat those.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Those are, like I said, the hot dog buns for like, I went to Sonic and they have a pretzel hot dog, which is fine. Like the hot dog is actually not that great, but the pretzel bun is pretty top notch. So
Yeah.
It's also Yo-Yo Ma's birthday, so Keylaf shared, my favorite Yo-Yo Ma project lately has been the Goat Rodeo Sessions, a collab with Stuart Duncan, Edgar Meyer, and Chris Thiele? Something like that. Keylaf was writing that, and Hoffer said I was literally typing out the exact same thing. Then I saw that you beat me to it, so there you go. All right, well, thank you for being here, Superphonic. Good Apollo, it is good to see you this morning. Thank you for being here as well. I am Hefty Goof. That is sports.gaming, left side of your screen. You can follow us on Twitter at WatchGMS. Coming up Tuesday night, it's the return of GMS Fudge. We once played something called GMS Fudge Village, and we're going to continue the gameplay of Resident Evil Village on this edition. It starts at 8 o'clock Pacific time. Also, if you're on Twitter later today, we're going to do a beta test of a Twitter Spaces Week in Review. That's going to start at 12:30 p.m. Pacific time. Haven't been promoting it too much just because it's a beta. We're going to see how this kind of goes and what the structure will look like. But we'll be on Twitter Spaces to kind of recap all of the week's news and shows and moments to kind of use that as a way to maybe bring some folks in who can tell us more about certain stories that we brought up, or maybe answer some questions about certain things that we've brought up on the show. So we'll see how it goes. 12:30 p.m. Pacific time today on Twitter Spaces exclusively from Gaming Morning Show. All right, pretty good. Here's some things that you didn't know maybe about chocolate covered pretzels. Salty, crunchy pretzels, according to National Day Calendar, and chocolate are the gold mine of the snack world. Their combination is the epitome of the so popular sweet and salty flavor craze. Did you hear that? The gold mine of snack world.
That's some high praise.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I thought that might have went to a snack world. Maybe peanut butter and chocolate. That'd be candy world, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
And I realize I'm talking to you who doesn't necessarily love peanut butter, so
yeah,
it's a problem. Change up the chocolate from white to milk to dark chocolate, and they satisfy even a mild sweet tooth. One tale tells of a German baker joining forces with his chocolatier neighbor in the 1500s to dip pretzels. However, this idea is purely imagination. Dipping into the history of pretzels and chocolate, get it? Dipping into the history? The story might become a little clearer. Historians document the story of chocolate quite well. However, anyone dipping pretzels in the chocolate in the 1500s would have had a soggy mess. Why? Because only drinking chocolate existed in those days. Nearly 300 years later, Kasparas Van Houten Sr. developed a process to separate the cocoa solids from the butter.
It's a good name. He would have been named in the morning for sure.
Then, in 1828, his creation brought on a candy revolution, which led to the development of the most amazing... This is nationaldaycalendar.com. The most amazing, versatile ingredient we have today. Chocolate.
It's a very poetic piece of literature.
The person who's in charge of writing for this place, they're all about pretzels and chocolate. So, I'm telling you though, it's a top 4 gas station food for me.
Yeah, it's a good snack.
Good Apollo gave us some insight. I asked you about Demon's Souls, and up until the 18th, the Soulsborne community is hosting a pseudo event called Return to Boltaria to encourage everyone to jump back into Demon's Souls. I still cannot believe it's Demon's Souls. So does the demon have multiple souls?
That's my understanding.
Because
maybe the demon steals the souls.
It's not a plural possessive. And to my knowledge, demons plural would be demons with an S. Like, it's not like deer. So it's confusing.
Doe? A deer?
Like doe. Hey, Scoob. Sorry. Oh, yeah, marching band drummers also stand. That's a good point. Many orchestra drummers stand. I was talking about standing up drummers.
Although orchestral musicians would prefer percussionists over drummers.
Yeah.
But yeah, the marching drummers, I can't help you there.
They're percussionists. Not taking any flack from you. All right, we got a list of the day coming up after this. I hope everyone has exciting weekend plans. Please let us know what you're planning to do. Sean and I are going to both drive up to Seattle and not hang out with each other at all.
Yep.
We did mention, chat, that Sean and I, as well as a couple of our friends, have decided to get Kraken tickets for the upcoming season. That person just completely schooled me, just for what it's worth. And very excited about it. And of course, I'm going to be in Seattle this weekend, and there's no Kraken game. Not even like a preseason game or anything.
Nothing. I'm excited for my trip to Seattle. It's going to be quick, but should be fun.
Well, you and I did a 24-hour trip to Seattle, basically. And that was actually still quite a bit of fun. I mean, I wish it would have, Big Red did, lasted a little longer. Longer with Big Red. It's a very obscure reference. But anyway, and that was pretty good. Are you doing about 24 hours?
Yeah, about the same. Up and have dinner, watch a little bit of the USC game, and go see a concert, and go to bed, come home the next morning.
Well, if for some reason my vehicle has car trouble, oh no, I'll let you know, so I can join you after all you're done with all the things you have planned, and I can go have a beverage with you, because I don't want to be, but the starter's out or something. Oh no.
It happens.
I'm technically in Tacoma too, so how'd you get lost in Seattle?
I had some real bad car trouble.
Waze said to go up north into Seattle and then cut back down to get back to Oregon. Downs asks, will you see the Space Needle?
We should be close enough to see it. We're not specifically going to it, but it'll be there.
The Space Needle is pretty centrally located, Downs, that, every time you go to Seattle, it's pretty easy to catch it, because even coming into the area from the south on the interstate, you have a really good shot of downtown, and that includes Seattle Center. So, Downs goes, will you see Frasier?
Absolutely. Same thing. It's hard to go to Seattle and not see Frasier.
Baby, I hear the blues are calling. Toss salad and scrambled eggs. Yeah, thanks for being here tonight. That always sounded very, Vegas loungy. Oh, crud. I got to work on getting, when I elevate like that, my nose down so that I actually shoot it a little bit more into the net as opposed to up. That's kind of my next.
Tough angle.
Tough angle to net. Because I feel like I've learned how to fly pretty decently. Like, I can't fly like people do on, streaming platforms. Oh, wow. But I feel like I've gained a little bit more control over my car, so. Drew Mega's off to watch the Jays play this afternoon. Yes, we'll have sports coming up in about 30 minutes from now. We'll talk about the upcoming baseball slate, because as we all know, early October, my focus is solely on baseball. I don't even acknowledge the existence of football.
I'm gonna throw baseball on. I work today, but I'm gonna throw baseball on the my computer in my office and just have it on in the background all day.
It's kind of funny because I have a monitor I use for Gaming Morning Show, which is up here. That's where I see chat, and my webcam of Bob in the box, so that I can see when Bob's gonna talk. And it's only used for this. Other than that, it's completely useless. So I think I'm gonna go grab my Chromecast or my Google. Google's so confusing, but I think they call it a Chromecast, and then you cast your. They call it a Google. Anyway, whatever. I'm gonna try to put the games from my phone onto that. I cleared that up, didn't I?
Yeah.
Perfect. I actually think I have an unused Roku stick now that I think about it. Maybe that goes up there. Sis says it's hard to keep your nose down when you're elevated like that. That's why I'm never going to be a pilot, Sis. Thank you for flying Hefty Airlines. This is your captain speaking. We are approaching our ascent up to 30,000 feet, but we'll never come back down because I want to keep my nose up that way. Just the bad bounces. I don't feel like we've gotten outplayed. I feel like we just lost all the bad bounces.
I don't know. Their defense has been pretty locked, so it might have been a closer game had we been able to get anything through them.
I like the club that the person who's scoring all their goals is in. It's Oops.
Oops, I did it again.
Bob. I had a fun conversation with Bob yesterday. He's doing pretty okay in that box. I know some of you have been skeptical of how happy Bob is whilst living in a box. That's going to go in, isn't it? In my garage. But Bob's doing pretty okay.
I'm pretty okay in here. Plenty of air in here. No need to worry. Not really.
Sis goes, is it a nice box, at least? It's the best of boxes. I mean, as recently as September, Bob was still marble tiling the floor. All sorts of stuff, so. Has a bear skin rug. Oh, I thought Sean was talking to Bear, but Sean is not. I was like, oh, you're gonna talk to Bear really quick. I got confused.
I was just letting Bear know that it's not like an authentic. It's not like a real bear skin rug.
Oh, yeah. It's a faux
imitation bear.
Gotcha. Drew Mega, Bob, grunt twice if you need help.
Seems
fine to me. Yeah.
Beep beep boop.
Downs goes, could get an MTV Cribs tour of the box on Patreon. That's true, Sis. We do have an Adopt Bob tier on our Patreon. So if you ever want to either go on your own to adopt Bob or get a collection of friends. You can adopt Bob, and when you do, we actually get Bob a new box every single month. And some of your Patreon charge goes to a donation to an actual adoption-focused charity that we will work with you to select. So if you're ever interested in seeing the whole HGTV style tour, I think Sean and I were going to dress up as the Property Brothers and do that. So
Yep.
I'm definitely going to be the contractor one because I'm so handy. Not. Why was that such a bad, like, 90s knot right there? Felt like a Garth from Wayne's World. Not. Did talk to Hefty Wife, by the way. A Hefty Wife did notice some shaking in the house, and so did feel the earthquake this morning.
Okay.
You know what she said? She goes, I was kind of like, I wonder if Ryan dropped something. Which, I mean, listen, you can hear like a loud noise from somewhere and then it might make you think that something was shaking, but yeah, no, it's not the case. It was actually an earthquake. Actually, an earthquake was the name of my band in high school. Thank you for being here.
My band name was, I thought Hefty dropped something.
It's National Chocolate Covered Pretzel Day. We're asking you, what is the best type of pretzel? We've heard a lot of people saying soft pretzels, maybe something to dip it in. I think actually, like having like a really thick kind of fondue type chocolate sauce to dip a pretzel in would be pretty okay, actually. I would rather it be coated though in chocolate.
Gotcha.
All right, let's take a look at 10 foods that are better covered in chocolate and 10 that are worse. So you think we should we alternate or should we just go all good then all bad?
The list itself alternates. So if we go down and start at number 10, it'll go better, worse, better, worse.
Okay. This is from therecipe.com. It was written in January 2019 by Colin Leggett. Chocolate. That's all we need to say to get your attention, isn't it? After all, what's better than chocolate? Even when you're in even when you have a good meal, complete with a perfectly cooked steak and delicious sides, you still look forward to what's coming after, a dessert made with chocolate. Well, there are many things that you can have with chocolate. It makes the flavors shine. Otherwise, some foods, chocolate can't even improve and actually makes them worse. So here we go. This is your list of things that are better or worse with chocolate. Forgive me, I thought I already said this, but if I haven't, good morning to KJ joining us in chat. Food time with our culinary expert, KJ.
1, 0.
So better chocolate covered pretzels. How fitting that we have that on this list because today is National Chocolate Covered Pretzels Day. We're not sure if chocolate covered pretzels kicked off the whole trend of blending sweet and salty, but it's definitely a big factor in showing people that the opposing flavors could actually work well together. They combine smooth, creamy chocolate with the crunch of pretzels. The only way to make this almost perfect snack better is to dip them in some peanut butter, Sean.
Gross.
9.
Number 9, I just realized I'm going to get all the worsts. So you're
I
going to
just
get all the
realized that
betters.
too.
I'm okay with
We
it,
can
though.
glitch out. Okay.
Nah, it's all right. Worse, chocolate-dipped fortune cookies. The
Interesting.
copyrights, if we're being completely honest, then we have to admit that we don't eat fortune cookies for the cookies themselves. They're sweet and crunchy, yes, but they're not a great cookie on their own. The appeal is the message that's hiding inside, not eating the cookie itself, which actually seems a bit of an afterthought when it comes right down to it. So it seems like dipping a fortune cookie in chocolate is wholly unnecessary. The chocolate isn't going to make anyone more excited. Plus, it might make it more difficult to hide the fortunes inside.
I've got another confession to make.
I actually really like fortune cookies.
Yeah, I like fortune cookies too.
So if you dip them in chocolate, I actually think they would be better. And I care less about what's inside them. If you gave me a whole plate of just fortune cookies, especially if I didn't have to worry about paper inside them, I could just eat them in like little bite-sized bites, I would totally eat fortune cookies more often.
There was a Chinese place in LA that we'd order for delivery when I was at USC, and they had fortune cookies dipped in white chocolate, and they're pretty tasty.
Not off to a good start there, therecipe.com.
8.
Better chocolate covered cherries. Fruit, chocolate generally go well together. These are cherry cordials, sometimes referred to. Candy's incredibly popular blend rich sweetness of chocolate with bright, sweet flavor of cherries. And there's a reason why chocolate covered cherries are still included in almost every box of chocolates. It's the one that everybody wants. I would like to disagree with this. I can tell you that I do like chocolate covered cherries just fine. Honestly. But they're not like my favorite, nor do I think that they would be better than chocolate covered fortune cookies. So, I mean, I've had them, so that makes me sound like I've never had chocolate covered cherries. I have, but
7.
Number 7, chocolate covered chili peppers. This is back to the worst side of things. People shouldn't be trying to eat chocolate covered chili peppers. It says, for one thing, chocolate and chili shouldn't be served in this form. Chocolate can be complemented well by a slight hint of spice, but it has to be very subtle. Anyone biting into these is going to be up for a surprise when they realize after the chocolate is melted away, they're just left with the intense heat of an unfiltered chili pepper. I agree. Let's not do this.
I can't even fathom because I don't like spice, so I'm just gonna defer.
6.
I have had this though, chocolate covered cheesecake. I actually think that when you put cheesecake on a stick, this is my preferred method of having cheesecake. And listen, I've had a lot of delicious cheesecakes. So, all of that to say, I would give this one a shot in a heartbeat because I've had it before, and I think I should have it more often. I also think you can get this at the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think you're right.
5.
Number 5, worse, chocolate covered apple chips. Haven't tried these. Well, apple chips can be decently satisfying as a snack by themselves. The problem arises from the fact that apple chips have a very subtle flavor and a texture that most likely wouldn't hold up to being covered in chocolate. If you wanted to dip the apple chips in caramel or caramel, that makes sense. Those flavors work well together. Might be okay, but chocolate, according to the list, no go.
I mean, I can't see this being bad.
Right.
Oh, but the whole premise doesn't make it better, and I don't know if it would make it better. So.
Yeah, I don't
4.
think so.
This one I disagree with. Chocolate covered potato chips. I can go down the pretzel road. I've tried these before. I don't. This is not the like exemplary version of sweet and savory mixed together in my experience. They're supposed to be pretty okay. White chocolate covered potato chips face a bit of skepticism when they first started being introduced, but to be fair, writes the author, it does seem like a flavor combination that shouldn't work, but as people discovered, it kind of really does. Have you tried it?
I don't think I have, actually. So I'd have to try it.
Probably should give it another chance.
3.
Number 3, chocolate covered gummy bears. I kind of agree with this. Let's see what the author has to say. So their claim is that covering gummy bears in chocolate makes them worse. And they say chocolate and gummy bears need to be kept separate. It's a demand. They're both great in their own ways, but when mixed together, it just kind of ruins both candies. Yeah. My problem with chocolate covered gummy bears is it kind of stays as a separate experience anyway. Like you get the chocolate and then you're just left with the gummy bear. Like it doesn't meld at all. And it seems like more work eating a chocolate covered gummy bear. They can be separate.
Be still my heart.
2.
Oh, chocolate covered Oreos. Listen, love Oreos anyway. But when you put Oreos and you dip them in like a really solid but non-crumbly chocolate, like I want to be able to bite into the Oreo and then nothing like crumbles off the rest of the Oreo. Amazing. I love chocolate. A little while back, Nabisco I think makes Oreo. They came out with these like mini pouches of fudge covered Oreos, and they were the perfect single serving size of chocolate covered mini Oreos. They definitely were packaged in a sensible size that Hefty ate in one sitting by recommendation, not because I was going overboard.
Gross.
1.
Well, I made a mistake. I looked ahead, and I couldn't think of anything else. Then number 1, chocolate covered pickles. Gross. This is a terrible idea. Pickles are great. They have a place. Put them on a burger. Put them on the side of a sandwich. That's fine. But under no circumstance should they be used in a dessert, especially when that dessert involves chocolate in any way. Don't. Even the picture is just. Ugh. It's gross. This is so good. I gotta leave. I can't do it.
Okay. Compose yourself. We'll have you come back when you're ready. Okay. I kind of feel like the author of this list, and there you go, 10 foods that are better covered in chocolate, 10 foods that are worse. We give you half of each. You can read the whole list from therecipe.com. I feel like the author had to like search for things to find for the worst side of things. I don't know if I've ever actually seen a chocolate covered pickle in the wild, to be honest. Gross. But there you go. 10 foods that are better covered in chocolate and 10 that are worse. This on National Chocolate Covered Pretzel Day. Thank you for being here at 7:37 on this morning radio show that plays games. Good morning to Mel B on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Dungeon Master KJ says, apple chips don't need chocolate. They are delicious by themselves. To be honest, chocolate is in general unnecessary. But it's so good, KJ. And I will agree, like chocolate covered pretzels, top 4 gas station snack for me. Nestle Flips, love them. Mel B, I didn't know it was chocolate covered pretzel day. I will make some when I get home. You know, I would like to try to have like one of those soft pretzels that you make, but then you could dip it in your own like chocolate. Like it have to be like a thick chocolate, almost like frosting. Ooh, even better. I had said originally like fondue, you know, the river of dips.
Hashtag dips don't drip.
That would be pretty good. Drew Mega says chocolate covered Oreos are good. Oreos are all chocolate. Exactly, Mel B. And then when you add in the fact that you could cover them in fudge, even better. Good morning to Last Checkpoint. Thank you for being here on Friday.
Nice chat.
Nice chat to you. We are talking about National Chocolate Covered Pretzels. We told you earlier in the show about a Utah man who has a blog called Message in a Bottle Hunter, and found one trying to locate, if you know Jim in Portland, Oregon, or Becky from Washington, D.C., be sure to reach out to the Message in a Bottle Hunter. But right now,
you can news if you wanna.
Here's the story we're tracking at the hour, and it is for King Gray, because Gray thinks it's cowtastic. He thinks that this was not a miscalculation, and instead, this is A-O-Cow-K. That was horrible. But this is about a person or a group of people on a commute to work, and the whole thing was derailed by some cows. Well, specifically a cow. It comes to us from Ben Hooper of UPI. The story involves, well, a cow. Railway operators in Scotland. Yeah, we're going to go to the land of Scott Chick, who is our deputy cat petter on this morning radio show that plays games. We go there to tell you that railway operators in Scotland said the morning commuters found their trains delayed when a loose cow was found on the way to the tracks. I don't know if it actually got there, but they didn't want to murder the cow, it sounds like. ScotRail posted a photo to Twitter showing a cow that wandered onto the line tracks around 10 a.m. local time on Thursday. The cow was noticed by ScotRail employees monitoring closed-circuit television cameras, and a crew responded to the location to coax the bovine to safety, ScotRail said. Officials said there were delays on the line as a result of the cow's wanderings. This is a pretty cut and dry story now that I think about it. It's basically, hey, there was a cow on the railway tracks, and the cow was recovered, and now it's no longer on the tracks. That story was pretty straightforward. There you go. So, it was a miscalculation. Our second one of the week. That's what we're tracking at this hour on Gaming Morning. At 7:41, it's World College Radio Day, World Smile Day, National Manufacturing Day, National Body Language Day, National Frappe Day, National Inner Beauty Day, National LED Light Day, and National Trigeminal Neuralgia Awareness Day. I think. So those are some of your days of the day, in addition to National Chocolate Covered Pretzels Day. We did tell you earlier that the Nokia N-Gage came out this day in gaming history. We also let you know that Backyard Wrestling, Don't Try This at Home, was released in 2003. Let's see, Conflict Desert Storm, Back to Baghdad, came out in 2003 as well. 2008, LucasArts released the Fracture video game, and Atlas put out Demon's Souls. That was in 2009 for the PlayStation 3. It is John Mellencamp, Yo-Yo Ma, Michael W. Smith, Simon Cowell, and Toni Braxton's birthday as well. I was literally holding my controller that time, and I still managed to drop it, which is weird. So, there you go. If you missed it, GMS Fudge Village, we're going to play that version of GMS Tuesday nights on, well, this upcoming Tuesday. It'll be from 8 to 10 p.m. Pacific time. I will be sitting with Sean as we play Resident Evil Village, and I will just be scared constantly, over and over and over again. It'll be a hoot. Everyone loves to see old Hefty get scared, so we'll be ready for it. But that's coming up on Tuesday, part of GMS Tuesday nights. Last week, we had the pleasure of playing games with Hey, It's Brendan TTV. VG did try, and Element of One, and played the Game of Life for GMS Game Night, which is our GMS Tuesday night show where we play a board or card game. So I'm looking forward to having other ones where we get an opportunity to play like Uno, maybe some other card games. I never really liked Phase 10. I don't know how many other like digital versions of card games there are, but I'm sure somebody knows. Dungeon Master KJ says, you should play Five Nights at Freddy's in VR. That would be fun. I'm never going to do that. No, I cannot imagine playing any scary games in VR. I can barely watch like scary movies, and I have to like cover all but like the corner of the screen when I do. I can't even imagine being immersed in a game like that, especially because Friday Night at Freddy's, or whatever it's called, Five Nights at Freddy's, that's a very jump scare based game. I just, no, I would not enjoy myself. So hard pass. Drew Mega says, you'll be fine. Throw on a pair of Depends and you're ready for any jump scares that come your way.
Depends. They're also for leaking.
Hard pass. Mel B, my friend's cyst was the size of a volleyball 2 weeks ago. The size of a grapefruit. The doctor sent it to a lab. Hope your friend gets positive news. By the way, for cysts, because I always had a background in sports, I actually always thought that my wife was talking about cysts one time and goes, there's a cyst. And I go, oh, so a cyst. And my brain thought A-S-S-I-S-T, not C-Y-S-T. I honestly didn't know that there was a word C-Y-S-T. So that was an interesting revelation for me one time. I'm telling you, for somebody who likes talking into a microphone as much as I do, there are parts of the world of like words, grammar, just completely eluded me. Especially phonetics. Like phonetics I'm so bad at. KJ says, I watched someone play Freddy's in VR. It's really scary. Yeah, I was watching Kage Boy the other day, and there's some other people who have been playing this game too, but I was watching Kage Boy play specifically with the mortuary's assistant, and I can't even wrap my head around, like, I just can't enjoy horror. It's not for me. Just like I know there's plenty of people who don't like sports, and I'm a huge sports person, I get it. Everyone has their something, and I just can't do horror, especially in VR. I remember when Look It's Mike O was trying to convince us to get like Arizona Sunshine for VR. My poor controller. You can find the Monsters and Friends podcast from Look It's Mike O out now. Was trying to get me to play like Arizona Sunshine. It's apparently like a zombie, maybe it's a zombie shooter or something like that. And I just like, no, I can't be immersed in that environment. It's too real. And there's some VR stuff that is really interesting. In fact, apparently there was a NASCAR race the other day that was presented in VR. And I think it was exactly what I'm looking for VR sports, which is being like basically in some of the best places to watch the event. Like, I would pay money to watch basketball games in VR from courtside, because I'll listen. I can't say I'll never be able to afford courtside seats, but even if I can, I don't know if that would be something that I would invest in maybe more than once just to have the experience. But I would pay, $13.95 to watch a basketball game in VR from courtside. The problem is the one time I've tried it, and I haven't tried it, I didn't try it last season. This was another season. Maybe it was last season. Maybe it was the 2021-22 season. I watched the game. No, that was last season, where they kept putting you behind the basket, and it said I wanted to sit courtside, and there was like a view where you would start courtside, but then most of the game was played with you behind each basket. Like, after someone would score, they'd flip to the other side, and that's not what I want. For me, watching like a basketball game in VR, what would make it fun is to pretend that I'm sitting, like I said, courtside, mid-court-ish, and then let me go like this with my head back and forth to watch the game like I'm there. They were trying to make it so that you could watch the game like you're sitting in those two spots, but they would cut back and forth between the two angles, and that's not what I was looking for. Now, again, could have easily have changed since I watched that one, but who knows. I've played a total of 2 minutes. This is from Sis. I've played a total of 2 minutes of Dead Space because I started it and immediately closed it. So it's interesting you say that. So I'm going to be riding shotgun with Sports Gaming for Resident Evil Village. And the way that we've done it in the past, I will admit that like I am not fully like submerged in the experience. Like, I'm kind of sitting off to the side, and it's not like it's the like, I don't know, like the focus of the game is not right in my face, and so it's probably not as scary as it even could be if like I was a little bit closer to the monitor, and so it doesn't feel that way for me, Sis. Like, I'm super terrified, but we're gonna try Dead Space after this one, and there's for some reason part of me that's like, yeah, let's go to space. That won't terrify me. And I'm worried that's just going to be a load of jump scares. Sis goes, I wish we could strap heart monitors to you. I bet, Sean has an Apple Watch. I bet we could figure out a way to make that happen. Hell, Sean's a doctor. Maybe Sean has is that an EKG machine? Maybe we could borrow one from the practice. Sis, that's kind of a fun idea. All right, that's probably for the best. That game was getting a little out of hand. It's 7:50 West Coast time. It's 10:50 out east. It is 3:50 for those watching GMS in the afternoon.
You are one of life's winners.
Thank you for being here, chat. We appreciate you. It is a really enjoyable weekend ahead. I'm going to be up in the Tacoma, Seattle area for a very brief stint. I have a football game up there this weekend. Sean's going up there to watch a concert and hang out with one of Sean's friends. We are not going to spend any time together because Sean already had that trip and I have to come home. So it's going to be a very up and down trip for me. It's a work trip. And then Sunday, since the Broncos played football yesterday, I'm going to be working on painting the house a little bit on Sunday. So that won't be fun, but it's necessary. So, all right, it's 7:51. It's time for sports. am excited about today. I'm going to be working out in the studio most of the day today, and so I'm going to go grab my, like, little Chromecast stick or whatever, and I'm going to watch the baseball playoffs. They get underway today. Go Mets, go Mariners, but also go Blue Jays and go Padres. It's so tough this time of year because I know so many people who are sports fans and baseball fans specifically, and that's frustrating because I want to root for everyone's teams to win, and yeah, it's not going to happen because they have to play one another. What's interesting about this particular format for the baseball wildcard playoffs is you have these 3-game sets for the teams that are the wild card, and they're all played in the same site. So Drew Mega's going to the Blue Jays game today. They host the Mariners. They'll be there the whole entire time. Like the series will not shift to Seattle, and I kind of like that because there's, even within the construct of trying to get into the wild card for baseball, you have to continue to try to get one of the higher wild cards so that you can host. It's really interesting the way that they're doing it. Now, let me grab the baseball lineup for today. It all starts at 9:07. Shortly after we go off the air, Tampa Bay is at Cleveland. Cleveland finished as the lowest of the division winners, so they get to host the worst wild card team. And so the Guardians will welcome in the Rays. Meanwhile, Seattle's at Toronto because Toronto finished as the highest wild card team. That's at 1:07 p.m. Both those games will be on ESPN at 11:07 in between. Philadelphia against St. Louis. The Cardinals, good morning, that Jeff MT, it's good to see you, was the lowest division winner in the National League. So they get to host the worst wildcard team, Philadelphia at St. Louis at 11:07 on ABC. And then San Diego against the Mets coming up at 5:07. So yes, Tampa Bay, Cleveland, I don't know anyone who's a fan of either of those two teams. I'm a root for the Guardians. Philadelphia, St. Louis, Jeff in chat, that Jeff MT, is a Cards fan. I cannot by law root for the Cubs or root for the Cardinals because I'm a Cubs supporter. So go Phillies, because I have a friend who is also a Phillies fan, but I just can't root for the Cardinals. Jeff knows that. We're on the same page. So San Diego and the Mets, I want Mike O to have some sort of semblance of luck in his life. A friend of mine just got hired by the Padres organization, so I'm kind of intrigued by where they're going to go. And then I know so many Mariners fans, but Drew Mega's a Blue Jays fan. I do find this funny, Drew Mega. You might like this. Seattle and Toronto have played 7 times this year. Seattle is 5-2 against the Blue Jays this year. The only 2 games that Toronto won, I was at. So I was the curse for the Mariners when it came to Blue Jays games this year. I will not be attending any games in Toronto, so you're in the clear. Yesterday, allegedly, there was some football played. It was not an actual football game. It was a field goal kicking contest. 12-9 win for the Colts over your Denver Broncos. I am at a loss for words. I don't know why we are not better than we are. I legitimately don't know. 7 field goals, 12 punts, 25 third down stops, 4 interceptions, 6 fumbles, none of which were recovered by the otherwise disruptive defense. Denver's defense played fine, but they just can't score, and I don't know why. It's so frustrating. So there's some of your sports. There's a baseball attendance story. Draymond Green from the Warriors apologized to the team a day after fighting with teammate Jordan Poole during practice. Basketball season's coming up shortly. Oh, the Calaf Memorial Golf Spot. Let's see what golf tournament's happening right now. That is the Shriners Children's Open in Las Vegas. Tom Hogue, or Hoagie, one of the two, has a 1-shot lead. Steven Jagger has already teed off today in the second round. So there you go. The play is suspended right now at the TPC Summerlin. So there's your Calaf Memorial Golf Spot. LPGA Mid-Heel Championship. Jody Ewert Shadoff went on a run of 4 straight birdies, shot 8 under 64, and has a 2-shot lead. So there was Formula One qualifying yesterday. It's, I think, the race in Japan. I think it's the race that's in Tokyo because that race is going to be tomorrow night. Yeah, 10 p.m. for the Formula One Japanese Grand Prix. Yeah, that's good. There's your sports. Good morning to hey, it's Brendan TTV. Thank you for being here for this morning radio show that plays games. Drew Mega. So in that case, I shall print a photo of your face and bring it with me to the game today. All right, here you go. Drew Mega. I don't have anything in my studio that's Mariners related, so. All right, hopefully you got it. There you go. Kalaf, Hoagie. I don't know how to say their name, so. Yeah, I'll have baseball on all day. Excited about that. Melby, do y'all see what I said about my friend? Yes, thank you for sharing some thoughts over to Melby's friends. And Down said, "Go D Tigers." Again, for you, Downs, it is officially and fully football season. So, fully. K-Laugh, now you do. Perfect. Oh, the guy's good. You'll hear his name again. So, Hoagie. All right, let's take a break. Come back with the final hour crew, the final hour of the show for this week. Again, 12:30 p.m. Pacific time today on Twitter Spaces at WatchGMS. We're going to have a beta test of a Twitter Spaces week in review, so kind of see how that goes. Coming up at 12:30 p.m. Pacific time today. We'll also let you know who's streaming this weekend, who you should watch. So stick around, more to come. It's Gaming Morning Show, and it is Friday, October 7th, 2022 on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, GamingMorningShow.tv.
Today.
Great.
Yep.
And it's Green Monday, which apparently is a prompt to just buy stuff.
It's like Black Friday and Cyber Monday, but and the next week will be Red Monday, when you realize how much money you've spent on the holidays, and then cry.
No, you're in the red. So those are your days of the day. Our topic today has to do with violins. This is not going to surprise me.
Violence?
No, violins. Violins.
I thought we were gonna beat somebody up.
No, it's not National Violence Day. Please be kind today.
Kneecap tier? I'm supposed to go. Is today when I'm supposed to go out?
Day of the horse.
Kneecap horses? Is that what I'm doing?
Horse.
I'm real horse.
National Violin Day. Today is National
Gotcha.
National Enunciation Day.
So they can sit. I wonder if there was a piano that you could buy with these.
I'm going to argue that I like these toys, and here's why. Okay, there's usually someone who takes an interest in music. Maybe there's not enough to reinforce that love of music early on in life. Everyone else playing with Ninja Turtles and stuff. Maybe these would have helped. Been like, I really like composers.
Maybe. Also, if you could get Bach and he could join the G.I. Joes.
We need reinforcements. We are getting taken down by Cobra. Can you please send anybody who can help us?
And then in the distance, you just hear.
It's Beethoven.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's hot. 6:25 West Coast time, 9:25 out east. It is 2:25 for those watching GMS in the UK. Grim's very excited about the iguana streams, as one should be.
Mm-hmm.
It's Diego, the gaming morning lizard. Ba-dum-bum.
So I have one question then, Sean. You both changed your backgrounds. How's Bear feel about this change?
I think he's still in the bedroom. Bear. Are you? He must be in the bedroom. I haven't seen him since I moved out here, so I'm not sure.
Is he in the bedroom, or is he still outside that window, wondering why it hasn't been open for 20 minutes?
It's not a super safe.
Man, be
tree,
careful up
isn't it?
there.
Very strong tree.
Isn't that the one that was leaning against the wall?
Yeah, but it's much sturdier now.
Oh, that's his bear.
Today's logic makes sense though, because it's the shortest day of the year.
Yeah.
Even though I don't think that affects how soon you go to sleep, it just means that daylight-wise, it's the least amount of hours of daylight today, at least in the U.S.
It should it should be the first Saturday of winter. Although then we had never celebrated on the show.
Yeah, we could. We could have a preemptive day of the day.
The more I think about it, the more I wonder if that was actually written by like a little kid. If that was just like a parent who's like, I'm so sick of doing chores in the house, like I'm gonna write this and put my kid's name on it, you know, and then everyone will read it. Because if it's a grown-up writing that, they're just like, wow, it's like another really pissed off adult. If it's a fifth grader, they're like, whoa, this is very well written, young person. You know?
Look, that looks like so much fun.
KJ, wow, that sounds fun. By
Oh my
chance,
God.
any of that gluten or dairy free?
Sean, you look like you're about to take an order. Ring, 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 ring. Ring, ring, ring.
We have actually professional experience.
Yes.
Thank you for
ring,
calling
ring.
Pizza Hut. This is Sean. How may I take your order?
Hi, yes. Can I get your triple treat box? Is that available still?
Yes.
What? Oh, phew. Awesome. Oh,
Oh, hold on. The other line is gone.
okay, I'll hold.
Thank you for calling Pizza Hut. This is Sean. How may I take your order?
Hi, I need your last triple treat box, please.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is Ryan, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The Ryan.
Yeah.
Rude.
What do you want on that first pizza?
You know my order. Why would you?
All right, I
ask
got
me
your
that?
usual. You want some extra cinnamon
Oh
rolls?
yeah, you know.
I got you. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, appreciate
it. Yeah, sorry. I double checked. We're all out of those triple treat boxes.
what? How rude.
Yeah, we've been.
We are revolutionary. Yeah. You can't stop us now.
Tell your friends, tell your mom. Gaming morning show is on 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific. If you wanna get specific, come Monday through Friday and sometimes after dark. The daily theme with a question mark. We got gaming news and sports and Bob. Hefty, Austin, Mike, and Sean, the heartthrob. I couldn't imagine any other place to go than to start the day with the Gaming Morning Show.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show. Don't let the person floating from the balloons fall in the monster's mouth. And GMS, Morning Gaming Renews. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay. And the clip of the day. Go to our website, gamingmorningshow.tv. And follow us on Twitter @WatchGMS. All ahead on Gaming Morning Show. Time for hour number 3. Right now.
Morning, gamer. Welcome back. Gaming Morning Show continues. It is the final show for this week. It is Friday, October 7th, 2022. We truly appreciate you being with us on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter Spaces, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. I am Hefty Goof. That is sports.gaming. And we are excited to invite you to join us for GMS Fudge coming up on Tuesday. It's part of our new show, GMS Tuesday nights from 8 to 10 p.m. Pacific time. On Tuesdays, we'll play some Resident Evil Village, and I'll be scared and say fudge a lot. It'll be super fun. It all depends.
Depends. They're also for leaking.
So stick around. That's coming up this weekend. Big happy birthday today to Dandy Daydreamer, who is celebrating a birthday on October 7th. We'll have our takeaways that were pretty okay, clip of the day, and our Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match award winner coming up in just a little bit. That's happening in the final hour crew of today's show.
Welcome in, final hour crew.
Welcome back, Sean. It's good to see you.
I made a terrible mistake.
Oh, how bad of a mistake?
Well, I left, and I came back, and I sat down, and the chocolate covered pickle was still on the screen.
Oh, yeah, you ran away from that real fast.
I didn't close the window, and so I'm just right back to being disgusted. I guess I'll have to have some of this yummy zucchini bread to make it better.
Great. Are you delivering today?
Probably don't have time.
You know, sometimes you just have to try harder, like Denver Broncos try to win games.
I mean, I could leave the show early and bring you some.
No, I need you here.
Yeah.
I need you here tonight.
We could do this, though. Are you ready?
Oh. Magic.
The illusion is so good.
Ironclad illusion. Dungeon Meowster KJ is here.
Hello, FHC.
The element of one, Drew Mega, will be our B, guys. K-Laugh has been with us. Ambassador of the Final Hour crew. Hey, it's Brendan TTV is here as well. You can catch Brendan streaming coming up tomorrow around 10 a.m. Pacific time. Element of one will be on the air roughly at some point later today, I think in the evening, but Element, you can let us know for sure. Let's see who else is with us. I am JF Downs, who will definitely be streaming later today around noon Pacific time. That Jeff MT, who's one of our Subiversary celebrators, Patreon subscribers. Thank you for supporting this morning radio show that plays games. Mel B from YouTube is here as well. Sis, it's been great to see you today and all throughout the week. Thank you for being here as well. Last Checkpoint checked in, and many, many others. If I missed you, if you're listening, lurking, wherever you may be joining us from today, thank you so much. Let's play Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall into the Monster's Mouth.
To see the record for the most balloons banked in Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth, remember to type the easy-to-remember acronym, ! DLTPFFTBFITMMREC.
I don't love to point it out, but sometimes the captions do make me crack up. It said that you said Duluth, Minnesota.
Sounds right. I talk about Duluth all the time.
Very accusing. Very confusing. All About Sports is on your screen. That is the category. Our all-time record has increased up to 548 balloons. So you're about to hit another milestone, by the way. That is the fact that we may be over 550 as long as we don't just get one balloon or none. So, bar's real low. Real low. A D from Downs.
D. No.
I didn't want to do the Flintstones bit again, but that's all I can think now when I hear him say D no.
That's pretty good.
I also thought Dino, the red-nosed reindeer, which that is just so far.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, the Dino doesn't even rhyme with Rudolph. So.
Now that's a big swing.
K-Laugh says American football. It's American football.
Wow.
What on earth, K-Laugh?
Work.
You saw that and thought American football?
Cracked.
I am in awe of K-Laugh's skills.
It's pretty good.
I'm also like, I clicked the A, kind of thought about it for a second. I was like, yeah, that's American football. Wow. All right, 6 more balloons. 554 is our grand total. Your next puzzle is fictional characters. Fictional characters. Down's guess for All About Sports was drinking.
He's not wrong.
Drink. Sports Gaming says
Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, sorry, you said
Shaq.
Thank you, Bob.
Almost
A
fits.
from KJ. Sorry.
A. Yes.
It almost does fit, actually. Shaq O'Neal. An M from Sizz.
M.
An E from K-Laugh.
E. Yes.
Fictional characters. I loved, by the way, during the break, we played some of our highlights from December of 2021, and you talked about, maybe it was actually the ones from August 2022 in the first break, But you had said Bear Bear does actually wear pants. He does the reverse Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah. Yep.
What a great line
they're-
by you.
They're capris though. I just to be as specific as possible, because his ankles get so hot. So they're capris with sandals.
R.
Yeah, I mean, plus, if you think about it, Winnie the Pooh's
No.
shirt doesn't go all the way down to Winnie the Pooh's waistline. So
Yep.
capris are actually more fitting for that.
Fun fact: Winnie the Pooh started the midriff craze of the 1990s.
And current.
That it came back.
T is on the chat request line.
T. No.
Chat request line. Winnie the Pooh invented crop tops. Exactly, sis. Exactly. They don't call them midriff anymore. It's cropped tees. But it's always midriff in our hearts. KJ. All right, we got an L.
L.
Oof, if this continues, we're going to take the L.
Let's see here.
Fictional characters, we have 3 balloons left. Paging Calaf.
It
N
could be
from Calaf.
It could be Daffy Duck with 2 E's in the middle of duck.
N. Yes.
The N did hit, so we have an A and an N in that front slot. A D from Downs.
D. Ding, ding, ding.
The D hit! The D hit!
That's a big D.
You know what they say about a big deck.
I'm telling you, man. Bob with that one, and then when Bob says the word funk,
Funk.
they're very questionable sometimes. KJ guessed dandy-dreamer. Sis had said it's American football. I wish we'd be out of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Hey, laugh.
So it's not this, but now I just see it as Handy Manny. Remember that show?
Yeah.
Maybe it was Skynet.
We need KI. We need Cartificial Laugh-telligence right now. K-Laugh guesses a Y. Oof. What a big swing that was.
Y. Cha-ching.
Is there a candy, character?
I'm sure. I can't think of one.
Yeah. All right, I'm going for it. I'm going to guess C.
C. Ding, ding, ding.
There is a C. It is not where you thought it would be. Sis goes Sandy Cheeks, and Caleb had said CRS. What's Sandy Cheeks?
No
S.
idea. But it's a well-known thing apparently.
Sis
Sandy
is
Cheeks.
Cracked.
Who is Sandy Cheeks? That's not
Oh,
Olivia Newton-John.
Okay, it's Sandy from SpongeBob. It's the
Oh.
is she a squirrel?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think I
Oh.
ever knew she had a last name.
Sis, you saved the day.
Nice work. I would have never gotten that.
No, for sure. I was gonna say, is that Sandy's last name from Greece? Sandy. All right, we got one more fashion. If it's not crop tops, we're not doing this game right.
Now that's a big swing.
Crop tops does fit, so I don't care about the timer. I'm going C.
C. No.
There.
Bummer. Sino?
You know
Almost
what I
sounds
want
like a
now?
name too.
Yeah, I want Bob to say nah. So it's C nah. Boom, 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 boom. All right, we're gonna try overalls. Overalls from Calaf.
Oh. Oh. Yes.
Double O.
Oh yes.
An S from KJ.
S.
Jumpsuit from Gray, that no longer fits. I'll let you take a look at that. Down says Versace's. Is that what that is? Is that how you say Versace?
Yes.
All right. Sports Talk Gaming says football.
That fashion icon.
No.
What about tool belt?
Like it.
You can see the model walking down the runway, wearing the hit fashion accessory of the season, the tool belt. Listen, fanny packs came back, so. King Gray.
Don't guess the Z first.
I'm guessing the Z. Nope.
Don't
You're
guess
either
the
all
Z
in
first.
or you're all out.
Do that.
Z.
Well, there's no S.
Z.
Can't be Zoot Suit.
No.
Oh, well, I guess the Z, because I actually thought it made sense. I'm sorry. It made sense to me.
You never listen.
I know. Moon pads.
If we lose this, someone clip this segment right here. If we lose this, we'll never let you forget the Z.
Well, Sean, it was ZOOTZUIT. Zoot suit.
That's not how you spell Zoot Suit.
Zoot riot. Is there any letters you actually want me to guess?
Oh, man.
Greg goes, Ryan, haven't you learned never to listen to me in this game yet? Nah. A T
KJ,
from
what's the T?
KJ.
Caleb and Gray
yes.
finished the riot part of the chorus there.
Zoot riot. You're
Oh, I was waiting for them to do it. Caleb and Gray.
throw back a bottle of beer. Zoot. Down just gets tube tops. I tell you what, man, we had a couple of folks who did wear zoot suits to formal dance in high school.
Yeah.
They were the riot. So, ooh, we got Boot
B.
as a guest from KJ. It's not Boot. Down to 3 balloons.
Is it Poot?
Bootstrap Bill Turner. Mr. Turner, do you believe in nightmares? Because you're in one. That's from. Do you really think it can't be football? We have no B.
There's no way it's football.
My prom date wore a zoot suit, said KJ. See? King Gray just said fashionable root beer. Caleb, what are we doing? I'm sorry to put all this pressure on you, but look at us. We're floundering here.
KLAUGH exclamation
R.
point.
For root beer.
R. Ding ding ding.
An L from KJ.
L.
Ooh, we got a footwear from Brendan. That works. I like it. Do you want me to guess a specific letter first?
You could go with the E.
Perfect. W.
E. Yes.
May I do the A, please?
Where'd the E hit?
Where it should.
Yeah, do the A.
A. Ding ding ding.
Hey, it's Brendan. TTV is
Cracked.
This game is so much fun. 569 minus 10 balloons. Brendan's probably has it. Brendan, says Downs. And then Downs says, I give up trying to spell your name, Brendan. I am sorry. We did it, chat. We survived. Should be 560 a Z. I thought it was a good guess. It's not my fault. It's not my fault that there was no S already. It's not my fault there was no logic from yours truly. Sorry. All right, let's do some achievements on this Friday edition of Gaming Morning Show, Friday version of the Final Hour crew. Thank you for being here for this, Friday show, October 7th, 2022. We did tell you earlier about a cow that stopped traffic, a railway train in Scotland. I also told you about a Utah man who runs the blog Message in a Bottle Hunter. Or as Sting definitely says it, Message in a Bottle Hunter.
What kind of bottle is it, though?
A water ball. Probably British, Sting. So, all right, let's take a look at our challenges in Rocket League. I have... Did we actually finish? Do we need to do competitive still?
I think we need one more...
Extra modes.
Extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
one
game
more
is so extra. Do you want to do Rumble or do you want to do Snow Day?
Nah, let's do Snow Day. It was so much fun yesterday.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you for joining us. We are a morning radio show that plays games. Coming up at 12:30 p.m. Pacific time today, we are going to be hosting a beta test of Twitter Spaces for kind of a week in review. I'm not fully sure how it'll look on a week in, week out basis. I know that we want to invite folks on to talk about certain things that we've talked about on the show already. I'm just not entirely sure how it's going to look. So we'll figure it out. But we'll do a test run coming up at 12:30 p.m. Pacific time today. Brendan goes, lol, don't worry, Downs, Brendant will be my toothpaste brand. I'll give you 5%. Nice. Way to think business-mindedly. Coming soon to JoJo Mart. Hey, it's Brendan's Brendant toothpaste. Gray says, isn't Brendant that semi-sweet stuff you put on top of cakes? And then Sis goes, fondant.
Stardew Valley's Joja Dojo, where the mascot is a dodo named Frodo. Joja Dojo's Dodo, Frodo.
Thank you to Isabel for the like on Facebook Gaming. Certainly appreciate folks who are able to go and give thumbs ups. Yeah, that's plural. Thumb up. No, thumb
ups.
Thumb ups. Yeah, it's like one ups in Mario. Yeah. Oh, and what are we doing? Do you realize we didn't talk about the Mario trailer the entire show yet?
Yeah, I thought about that. I was gonna put it in the gaming news, but I didn't really want to put it in the gaming news because the news is there's a trailer.
Yeah. So, chat, did you happen to see the Mario trailer? If somebody has a link to it, you're invited to put it into chat if it'll let you. I don't know what kind of permissions you have to have, but I thought they did a good job of kind of teasing the Mario aspect of it more by focusing on Bowser on the front end of things. And I do like how they showed a little bit of Luigi at the end. So
yeah, the tease of Luigi was great. The whole segment with the penguins was fantastic. I'm as I've been for a while, I'm excited about this movie. I think they nailed the animation. The animation is gorgeous. The sense of humor so far seems spot on for what I want from this sort of movie. And I know I'm the minority, but I couldn't care less who voices Mario. He was fine. It sounded like Chris Pratt. I'm actually I enjoy it better that it's just Chris Pratt than him trying to do some voice that just sounds like, oh, he made up some crummy voice because people didn't want him to be Mario. Like, I showed it to my kids. They were super excited about it, and that's really the target audience anyway. Like, none of the people that are complaining about Chris Pratt being Mario on the internet are the target market for a movie like this. So I enjoyed it. I think it's gonna be fun.
My understanding, though, is the Chris Pratt, like, criticism is more about Chris Pratt getting another gig. Am I accurate on that from your understanding?
I mean, I've heard just about anything in terms of critique on the internet, at least. But yeah, Chris Pratt's busy. He's a big name right now.
Well, and my understanding was there's a problematic nature with Chris, and I can't remember off the top of my head of what that was for. So if anyone knows in chat specifically, I think it was something to do with Well, it's not fair for me to bring that up without fully understanding exactly what's going on. So that's probably a blind spot for me. So let me do that first, so maybe I can fully understand more of where that distaste for the casting was coming from. Because I didn't get the impression it was because Chris is getting all of these roles. I thought it was more for some sort of, aspect about his life that is not of a reputable nature. There, that's the best I can say without having it fully in front of me. So that said, oh, go ahead.
All the criticism I've seen and heard is specifically because it's like, oh, Chris Pratt sounds nothing like Mario. Is what I've seen, but I don't know if there's more to it. But there's definitely a lot of that and a lot of harsh criticism over what he did, which sounds like Chris Pratt spent a couple weeks in New York and just developed a little bit of a New York accent. that's the take he went.
The one thing that I was surprised by is I watched the trailer. It opens up, as I mentioned, with Bowser. If you haven't seen it yet, that's kind of how the whole thing starts. And when Bowser speaks, I thought Jack Black was Bowser, and I didn't hear Jack Black's voice come out of Bowser's mouth. So I had to double check, and I was like, oh yeah, Jack Black is actually Bowser. So I found it interesting that Jack's not just doing Jack Blackian things.
Yeah, he nailed the take. It's not until you get like a full sentence with Bowser that you start to hear like, oh yeah, that is Jack Black. When it's just small lines, it just sounds like Bowser. It was great.
Drew Mega said, I enjoyed the trailer. IMJF Down said, Louis G. Luigi. Whoa. He broke Anna Faris's heart, and that hurts me. Was Anna Faris and Chris Pratt together? Were they? I gotta work on my celebrity gossip chat. I also, whenever I think of Anna Faris, I always go, Anna Faris was like doing big things with Friends back in the day. Like, wasn't Anna Faris like a recurring character on Friends?
I don't know.
I think she was like...
we'll have to wait for her birthday.
I think she was the person who like carried Monica and Chandler's baby. And so for me, that predated when I actually felt like I learned that Anna Faris was an actress. So... King Gray says, workshopping an idea. Let me know what you think. The Quiet I Am JF Gray Showtime Achievement Award for special guests whose name Ryan totally doesn't know. If you missed it, Gray, earlier in the show, I saw JF Downs' name and I said, Gray says. So I definitely was struggling. Brendan, though, who's in the chat, I did take Brendan up on an offer. I bet Brendan $5 that at the end of the Super Mario Brothers movie, that there will be a post-credit scene where there's a Yoshi egg that starts cracking.
At the end of the movie?
Yeah, so they're gonna, for Super Mario Brothers 2, that's when Yoshi will show up.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That is just but a taste of our fury. Do you care to yield? No, I do not. The penguin.
So good.
Where do the penguins come from? Are they part of the universe already?
Yeah, I think the first instance of penguins, at least like that, was in Mario 64. There was a snow mountainy level that had the penguins.
Also, the wizard.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the wizard was such a big part of the Super Mario Brothers universe.
Yeah, he's been around for a long time.
Oh, crud. We both rotated the wrong way. Down says, hefty with solid Friends knowledge. So many. And yes, I was correct. Anna Faris was in... Friends as the surrogate mom. Drew Mega says, "Oh, and Hefty, I have your mugshot set to my phone's lock screen wallpaper." Actually, I don't remember if Anna's character was a surrogate or was giving up her babies for adoption. And I don't also know if those two things are the same. I thought a surrogate's when you're carrying somebody else's, like, egg and or embryo and or sperm. Now I'm confused.
Yeah.
Anyway, Anna Faris was in Friends. Oh, and Drew Mega says, I have your mugshot set to my phone's lock screen wallpaper. Go Jays, go. So Mariners fans, if the Blue Jays sweep the Mariners, it was my fault because I will have been part of all 4 of the Mariners' losses to the Blue Jays this year. Yeah, I don't know if you were here for sports, but the Jays are apparently, or Mariners are apparently 5-2 against the Blue Jays. I watched both of the losses in person.
Bummer. So you watching today?
Yes, I am. Well, see, because I'm okay either way. I do admit I have a lot more Mariners fans than I know Blue Jays fans. In fact, Drew Mega is probably one of 2, I believe. So, technically, I should be rooting for the Mariners, but that was weird. I kind of got sucked into the ice. That was bizarre. It wasn't laggy. I just got, like, hung up on something. Oh, that person landed. I landed on a person.
You just got really heavy there for a second.
Dare I say, hefty car?
This game is not going as well as the hockey games yesterday.
Yes, this goes. It's a puck. Yeah, this is the. What do they call this mode?
Rocky hockey.
We call it Rocky hockey. I don't remember what they call it.
It's Snow Day.
Oh,
Boring
I like our
name.
name better.
Yeah, our name's way better.
KJ said, spent the day cleaning the office yesterday with all the assistants prepping for the next administration. Now I feel exhausted and don't want to do work. I'm so old. Hey, good luck with that transition, KJ. Hope it goes well. What are your weekend plans, chat? What is something you're up to? I mentioned Drew Mega's going to watch the Blue Jays. Sean's going up to Seattle to avoid me, so it's cool. Whatever.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
So lonely. So lonely. By the way, we played somebody whose club name was Goof.
Oh, he's a big fan.
I'm announcing I'm leaving the GMS club and moving to Goof. I'll bounce back and forth. Sis has ACL this weekend? Is that like you're having ACL surgery, or should I know what ACL is an acronym for?
I think it's an acronym. I'm trying to figure out what it could be.
Well, good luck with that. KJ says, I'm quitting and pet sitting and playing D&D tonight and Sunday. Sis says, Austin City Limits. Okay. Good luck with your ACL surgery. What is Hefty talking about? Oh, it's ACL Music Festival. Gotcha. Okay. Well, have fun with that. Who's playing? I'm looking it up right now, and then we'll say goodbye to Sean because Sean's got to go do doctor stuff. We got. Oh, it's going to be on Hulu apparently too. You can watch it on as an official streaming destination tonight. It's Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats.
I loved him in Harry Potter.
So, okay, this is relevant because I was going to say that earlier because today, singer Nathaniel Rateliff of Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats is 44 years old. It's happy birthday to Nathaniel Rateliff.
Nice.
Huh.
Playing a show on your birthday. That's fun.
Yeah, so go grab a sign, Sis. Then you can hold that up and say, happy birthday! Billy Strings, James Blake, and Jasmine Sullivan highlighting today. Tomorrow it's Flume, Diplo, Wallows, Toby, NWIGWE. I don't know how to say that name. I apologize. And the War on Drugs. And then on Sunday it's Paramore.
Tomorrow is also Death Cab for Cutie and Pink.
Where the hell are you seeing that?
On the Austin City Limits lineup by day graphic.
So are they not showing all of it on Hulu? Because I'm reading the Hulu one.
Yeah, I don't think that everything's going to be on Hulu.
have fun. Whatever. Oh, yeah, see the schedule right there. Oh, I didn't know.
Nice.
We're on the Cincinnati. All right. We got to go say goodbye to Sean. So, goodbye, Sean.
Goodbye. I'll see
We'll
you.
miss you.
See you Monday.
Okay.
Maybe.
Sports are dumb. All right. I'm Hefty Goof. I'll take you the rest of the way. We'll play one more game of Rocket League, and then we'll call it quits. Wow, I can't believe you get to see Pink and Death Cab for Cutie. Man. Yeah, I was very excited about the idea of seeing Paramore in concert. Oh, so tonight is Phoenix as well? Huh. Lil Nas X tomorrow. And then Red Hot Chili Peppers, Casey Musgraves, Paramore, Marcus Munford, and Zihu. Spoon is playing. Wow. Have fun. You could stop by Austin on your way to Seattle. I'll work on that. All right. Well, thank you for being here. We truly do appreciate it. It's been a fun week of shows, as always. Stick around after this game of Rocket League. We will name our Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award winner. We will also give you takeaways that were pretty okay, clip of the day, and then we'll send you somewhere if you're watching on Twitch. Melby said, we took my dog to get bathed and groomed. There's nothing quite more fun than seeing your dog on the other side of that process. Some dogs do really well, and then some dogs really struggle through it, so yeah. KJ says, wait, did you know there was an earthquake near us, Hefty? Yes, so earlier in the show, Hofbrew stopped by and asked, did you feel the earthquake? And I was like, what earthquake? And then it dawned on me that at the very beginning, as I was prepping for the show, my garage door was shaking, and it sounded like the wind was blowing, which, you know, that happens often. And so it turns out, yeah, there's about a 4-something magnitude earthquake just a little bit east of the Albany-Corvallis area, which is in the central part of the western part of the state. So everything seems to be okay, but I haven't looked to see if there's any issues closer to the area. So yeah, but yeah, this is my second earthquake I've been a part of that where I could actually tell that it happened. So KJ said I was dead asleep. Yeah, it wasn't enough to wake anyone up. So, and Sean had a good point earlier. he goes, yeah, I'm from California where we typically, you know, feel them when they're actual earthquakes, you know, like actual earthquakes as opposed to fake earthquakes. Looking at the clock, it's 8:39 West Coast time. It's 11:39 out east. It's 4:39 for those watching GMS in the UK. We're going to just get straight into the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews because we are out of time for the day. Again, reminders for some other programming from Gaming Morning Show. We have GMS Twitter Spaces, a week in review, coming up at 12:30 p.m. Pacific time today. We're going to do a beta run. I'm not entirely sure what the structure of that show is going to be, but I want to give it a test and kind of see what the format will look like. And then coming up on Tuesday, it's GMS Tuesday nights. This week's episode will be a GMS Fudge episode, as Sean will play through Resident Evil Village. I'll be alongside, trying not to, utilize Depends. Let's put it that way. So that is coming up on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Pacific time. All right, let's get you the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews. This is a recap of the video game headlines of the day. And if you missed any of it, you can always search the hashtag GMSMorningGamingNews on our Twitter, which is @WatchGMS. We have those stories posted, and then you can share them with others if you want to. Sean has 3 video game-related headlines every single morning around 6:30. Here are the headlines you need to know. You no longer have to wait for a Stream Deck. Apparently, there was kind of a queue where you could, but you had to be in the queue to even pre-order the Steam Deck, and that is not the case anymore. Apparently, you can just go into the ordering system from Valve and just order a Steam Deck. That's according to Claire Jackson of Kotaku. We talked a little bit about, would you want a Steam Deck if, you know, it wasn't a financial thing? Are you interested in general? And Sean and I kind of said, probably not, because, you know, if we're going to play anything from the Steam library, we'd still probably play it on our PC. But interested to know, now that we have some folks with the Final Hour crew, would you be interested in the Steam Deck and having your whole Steam library be portable? Curious if that's something that would be interesting to you. But apparently, if you do decide that you want one, they are available to order. Jordy Jasper, good morning. Thank you for being here with the final hour crew on this Friday.
Hello, FHC.
Did we talk about the Super Mario Brothers movie trailer? We chatted about it just a little bit ago, in fact. What are your thoughts on the Super Mario Brothers trailer? The rest of the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Re-News, Horizon Forbidden West soundtrack is getting a physical release. That game's been out quite a while, but apparently you can get the soundtrack now in physical form, even including a CD, not just vinyl, but also a CD. That was from Robert Anderson of IGN. And then Dead Space Remake is not coming out for PS4. Apparently, there was a mislabeling of a logo, and the PS4 logo was shown as one of the places where you could get the Dead Space Remake. That will not be the case, and they've clarified that. That's according to the article from IGN's Ryan Leston. So there you go. Mel B said, if you did, I didn't hear about it. Yeah, we talked about yesterday the Super Mario Brothers movie trailer was released. It opens up with more of a Bowser-centric start, and then it shows a little bit of Mario with Toad in the Mushroom Kingdom, and then they go to a little bit of a snapshot of Luigi. Jordy said they need to remake Mario's voice or else I'll riot. Chris Pratt disappointed me. Jack Black continues to prove why he's my favorite actor. The thing that I said that stood out to me more than anything Mario related, Jordy, was I was surprised that I actually didn't hear Jack Black's voice coming through Bowser's mouth. So either I'm not hearing it, or Jack Black is doing a voice that's specific to the character that he's portraying, and either way, I think that's pretty okay. So Mel B says, I couldn't find your show yesterday. Well, if you ever have any issues, you can always watch it on demand. The easiest way to find it, Mel, is to go to gamingmorningshow.tv. That's our website, and when you're there, you can get to all of the links that you need. All right, let's give you what is out today. Chaos Head Noah, out today for Switch and PC. Nickelodeon Kart Racers 3 Slime Speedway is out today for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. No Man's Sky is out today for Switch. And Superpower 3 is out today for PC. Chef Life, a restaurant simulator for PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and PC, is our GMS name of the morning. And if you're a Patreon subscriber, which nearly 30 of you are, thank you so much. You have access to the name of the month that we announce it. So our month of name of the month for the month of September was Whateverland. And we just closed out entries to get into the drawing for that game. Kiki Low, Digital.Games, Chris M.E., Culty Vibes, Hofbrew, Incantasia, 5 Soul, Grimtoga, Superphonic, Rad Artisan, Papa Paws, Dungeon Master KJ, Kim, Chica, and That Jeff MT. Thank you for celebrating Subiversaries this week and being a member of our Patreon subscriber group. Chef Life, ooh, sounds fun. It also features the Michelin Star guide, or Michelin's guide, according to the thumbnail that I saw for the game. So, in case that's of interest to you, check it out. Chef Life. It's a restaurant simulator out today and is our GMS name of the morning. Will it become name of the month? We'll have to wait and find out to see. All right, Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award. You all had pretty outstanding performances throughout the course of today's show. I know that Sis helped save us with Sandy Cheeks, the character from SpongeBob SquarePants during our Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. I know that Downs struggled through trying to say Brendan's name earlier, and that turned into something amusing. There's a couple of you had outstanding performances today. I don't know if I have an actual nominee, so I'm going to look to you, chat. Any nominees today for our Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award winner who had an outstanding contribution to chat today? Let me know your thoughts, and then after the clip of the day, we'll take a look and name our Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award winner. Also, if you would please, what are your takeaways that are pretty okay? What is something you learned from today's Gaming Morning Show? It's time for the clip of the day. That's right. It's the clip of the day. Bob, will you help me out with the clip of the day?
Seriously? Can't any of you do anything yourself? Like, for real? I just have this tiny box. I never get shown in it anyway. Whatever. Fine, here it is. It's the clip of the day. Toot toot!
You have a son, because the parallels would be pretty amazing.
This is turning into a poem, but I didn't mean it to be a poem. Good morning to Sis. Good morning to King Gray. Thank you for being here for this morning radio show that plays games.
Nice chat.
We do have a King Gray cow story coming up next hour about a morning commute that went off the rails. But right now,
you can news if you wanna.
Here's the story we are tracking at this hour on this morning radio show that plays games, and it entails a Utah man searching for a message in a bottle. Was Sting actually British? Why?
I don't think it was that kind of British.
Oh, you know what it is? I tried to do the water bottle thing. It's gonna turn out Sting's from like New Orleans, Louisiana, or something, like Boston, Massachusetts. Message in a bottle. I don't know why on earth I thought Sting should have a British accent, but I don't actually think Sting is from the UK. Doodle-doo. So, I honestly don't. Jordy says, I had pretzel sticks yesterday, and they were chef's kiss. Yeah, I'm a big fan of pretzels with chocolate, like chocolate covered pretzels. So I'm on board with chocolate covered pretzels days. So big fan, and definitely think it was a good topic of the day. Like I said, top 4 snack easily at the gas station. I really like Nestle Flips is what they're called. Like, they are delicious. So all right, what are your takeaways that were pretty okay? What is something you learned from today's show? And then we're going to send you over to Unfocused in IA. We actually went to somebody else's show yesterday at the end of our show because Unfocused in IA was putting them on their suggested channels. Sending you somewhere based on who people are hosting doesn't work anymore because the host function is gone from Twitch. So instead, we've been trying to survey suggested channels, and that's harder to do in real time, especially when Sean's gone before the end of the show. So I am going to send you over to somebody we are following instead, Unfocused in IA, Iowa. But you can call me Unfocused or Nalani. I play music, make miniatures, play video games, paint, and more, if you'd be so kind as to say good morning from GMS for us today. I'm going to give Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award today to Sizz, because Sizz, I believe, might have just moved into the 999 plus messages club on Twitch, but also because Sizz saved us from Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth, and all around had a good show, including making me think for a moment that Sizz was having an ACL operated on. It turns out that it stands for Austin City Limits. So enjoy Paramore for me. I know they don't perform Misery Business anymore, but Paramore was like one of my favorite albums of all time. That first one, I think it was maybe even called Riot, which, if that's the case, Zoot Suit Riot had quite the moment in time today. So congratulations, Sizz. You are our Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award winner for Friday, October 7th, 2022. All right, I appreciate you all being here. We'll be back on Monday, as we are Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Also at 12:30 p.m. Pacific time today, we will have a GMS Twitter Spaces weekend review beta. So if you want to check it out, please join us on Twitter Spaces. Also, be sure to check out I Am JF Downs streaming later today at noon Pacific time. I know that Hey It's Brendan TTV will be on tomorrow, and there's probably a good chance that tomorrow is a Clip ME show, although I think Chris might be at TwitchCon, so I honestly don't know. All right, stay tuned. Best moments of the show coming up in just a moment. Again, congratulations, Sizz, on your Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award.
Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award.
Presented by Diet Sunkissed Orange. My takeaway that's pretty okay today is that apparently you can dip pickles in chocolate, and if you do, gross. Soft pretzel, but I will use regular pretzels to cover with chocolate. Nice work, Mel B. I'm on board with that, too. Thank you for everyone who made it possible. I am Hefty Goof. We'll see you again for more Gaming Morning Show on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. Goodbye, Monday night, a week from this upcoming Monday, at the Los Angeles Chargers.
Interesting.
Broncos went on to win 11 straight that year. So I, Hefty Goof, guarantee that I will watch every single one of the remaining Broncos games.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. You know, I was thinking about your football woes. USC once had football woes when they had a Hackett at the helm. This is turning into a poem. It didn't need to be a poem. And then they fired their Hackett head coach and hired Pete Carroll and went on a bit of a streak. Well, now you have a Hackett head coach. Does Pete Carroll have a son?
Okay. I actually thought you were like, Pete Carroll leaves the Seahawks, reunites with Russell Wilson.
No, that's not the answer. But does he have a son? Because the parallels would be pretty amazing.
Spooky season, and Bob already got dressed up. Hi, Bob Goblin. Drew Mega said Depp did Pirates before Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Okay, well then, then that's it. Well, I guess I was gonna say that's an interesting stopover in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory world, while everything was going well with Pirates. But I think Johnny just likes to play some interesting characters.
Yeah.
Or maybe Sparrow made him feel that way. Look at that. We it looked like we choreographed that. Right,
yeah, I couldn't get a shot on it, so I just tried to get in the way.
You two veer left, and then I'll kick it through. Look at that. It does look choreographed.
That was great.
Look like the Blue Angels of Rocket League.
Hit the music.
I want this one. This one's just a guess. Because I've definitely heard of Michael W. Smith prior to this moment in time. I'm gonna go, I don't know, 14 nominations, and
that's a lot.
I know, but apparently is in a specific niche of singing. I'm sure there's a category for Christian singers, perhaps, or
sure,
something like that. Let's go, I don't know, 3 wins for Michael W. Smith.
Oh. Wow, that's so specific. You're right.
Like, exactly?
Wow. Like, you nailed it. I can't believe it.
I'm so shocked.
Correct.
It's like I knew it was gonna happen.
Nice.
Well done, drummers.
Sitting on a chair, because that's what drummers do. They sit on chairs and then they drum. Name one standing drummer. I dare you.
Eating a pear.
Eating a pear. Singer Taylor Hicks, formerly of American Idol, is 46 today. And Thom Yorke of Radiohead, probably Tom, 54 today.
Nice.
Nicole Ari Parker is an actor who was in Murder in the First, as well as Soul Food, 52. What if Nicole Ari Parker and Angela Lansbury starred in a murder-themed show together?
Murder in the First, She Wrote?
No, Murder, She Wrote in the First. It's a first-person perspective of murder.